What's up, everybody? Good morning. We made it again. We're back. We made it through the weekend. Sunday morning murder church. Episode 8, Charlie Adelson trial. We're still rocking and rolling. Thanks, everyone, for continuing to come in here with me. I appreciate it. Give it a share on the old X Machine, on any Discords, on any socials you may be on. That really helps us out. And yeah, let's watch a few of these videos today in the playlist by the trial channel. Again, from Charlie Adelson trial. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick to start us off. Then we're going to go into Luis Riviera, Tato, and then we may have time for some of Katie Bagbonawa. Hers is pretty long. We're going to see. We're going to fill it out here. I think we might have time for all of that. We're going to see. Give it a share. Let's go.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. That's right, Al Bundy bringing us in per the usual. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Let's see what's in the chat. Oh, you got Austin Raines in the chat. Austin Raines is an OG around here. I see she's been locked out of her old account. Welcome in here, Austin, man. Austin's a friend of the channel. She made those old school tie-dye publicly buzz shirts from year one of the channel here, which is crazy that we've been doing this for so long now. But Austin, welcome in here. Hope you're doing well. Brooklyn in here. Just a Crazy Gin. Of course, this is the Gin Nation. Chat of the Gins. Battle of the Gins. Joe Schmo, good morning, brother. Hope you're doing good. Leah's in the house. And yes, praise the trial channel. And I'll go ahead and put this in the chat here. If you're not following these guys, do so. That is the playlist I'm using, but also their channel in general is pretty good. A must, actually. You should be following them. Bassett Page, Sinead in the house, Pammy in the house. Hell yeah. Nosy Rosie in the house. A lot of beautiful people. Am I missing anybody? Boom, Sinead showing off her 14 months Buzzed and Confused badge here. Love to see that. Throwing up the horns as well. Nice. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Just making sure I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, Austin Raines had to re-up. Austin, that also gets you on the wheel. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our wheel here. We have a wheel where we give away a lot of awesome goodies. And one of the ways to get on there is to jump on and become a Buzz Nation member, which is exactly what you just did. And then I'll show off the wheel to you as well. Boom, we got this physical wheel, which I'll turn off the green screen for when I actually spin it so you can see. But once we get 12 names, we spin this bad boy for a giveaway. And right now I've got some awesome magnets, I've got some stickers, and a coaster as well. Oh God, my screen just went out because I hit this thing. Oh God, that's not good. Okay, it's back. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, hell yeah, magnet. Also got a Murder Church magnet, the Murder Church logo behind me here will come in magnet form. Anybody that wins this right here, but also what just happened because she became a Buzz Nation member and got on the wheel. By doing so, she is now eligible for the Tuesday night book club, which is members only. As soon as we do Murder Church on Tuesdays, we jump right into book club, where we are currently reading The Stranger Beside Me, an Ann Rule book, which is about Ted Bundy and his life and his murders. And we're up to like 1979, I believe, in that. And we're getting close to finishing that son of a bitch. The book came out in 1981, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, welcome in here. Hell yeah. And anybody else that might come through, whether you're doing some donations through the Cash App, which we have some beautiful people that do all the time. Venmo, PayPal will be wide open. And then, of course, supers, through YouTube will get you on that fancy wheel as well. A couple of other things going on here today. I'm releasing a new video. This is a quick turnaround for me on the Wrestle Plunge channel. My last one did so good, and I had so much awesome help from the Buzz Nation who made that go. I really believe that. It's up to like 52,000 views. So I got a brand new video that's going to be dropping today, 4:45 p.m. Eastern, on the Wrestle Plunge channel. So keep an eye out for that, and I will definitely be hyping it up making some links, making some posts, making some announcements on here. So you guys help me out, please. Comments, likes, full watches, hype up the video as well when it drops, and that will help me out tremendously. And again, we will do another t-shirt giveaway from folks that do help me out. If I see a comment on that new video from you here in the Buzz Nation, that will get you on a list for a future t-shirt spin, which will probably happen this week. So my sinuses and nose are kind of fucked up, as you can probably tell. So there is that. So I'm hoping I can make it. Yesterday morning, I came in here to finish that video. I edited for about 4 hours from 10:30 to about 2:30 yesterday, a.m. to p.m. And yeah, I was dying for the first hour. So we'll see how this goes here. Hopefully it'll be good. I'll be taking myself off screen if that happens. But yes, my nose and sinuses are going haywire. Lord, Brooklyn. What's a Taylor Swift drag all about spring? What? Aspiring core reporter, morning. Got to get ready for Taylor Swift drag brunch soon, but wanted to pop in. Is that drag queens dressing up as Taylor Swift for brunch? That sounds kind of cool. Have a good time if that's what that is. Oh my God, my nose is going crazy. Oh my God. We got a lot going on here, Austin. We've been rocking and rolling for the last little bit. We still do the damn thing. We do the damn thing right here. Why did not one tell me there was a new t-shirt out? Just got me a lime green publicly buzzed pumpkin shirt. Yeah, let me show that off, actually. I did just come up with a brand new shirt for the holiday season. We got 4 different colors you can get this bad boy in. Let me go ahead and show this thing off. Boom! You can get the gray. And again, who's not going to be going out to some Halloween parties this year? You probably are. And I got a dank shirt for you to take if you do. Got the white, which also pops pretty hard. Got the black, which of course you got to have a standard black. But this one right here reminds me of 1990, 91, 92, early 90s Halloween vibes. You got the bright green and the orange, and it pops hard. And I think I'm going to end up getting that one myself. So that shirt will be available and up for grabs for people who help me out on... Now there's a link in the chat as well on the new video on Wrestle Plunge, which you won't forget about it because I'm going to keep mentioning it over and over and over again. Sinead's starting us out hot. Wow, Sinead coming through. Who just got that gifted membership? Oh, sweet, aspiring court reporter. Nice. Okay, and she says yes, she's basically going to a Taylor Swift drag party this morning for brunch. Well, fuck, that's awesome. You're going to have to keep us updated on that. That sounds wild. But hell yeah, thank you, Sinead. I appreciate that very much. That gets you on the wheel. We are up to 4 names now on this wheel. So we are 8 away from getting a spin. Will we reach that this morning? Only time will tell. Melissa, good morning. Welcome in here. Welcome in here. Oh my God, it's killing me. Can't talk right. I feel like I'm about to just start sneezing like crazy at any moment. I feel like I'm in real time actively blocking it as I talk. Like if I stop talking, it's only going to get worse, actually. So, oh, Lord. But yeah, let me look in here in my emails real quick. Yes, I see a brand new shirt. Fuck yeah, Bassett. Appreciate that. Damn, I like that, dude. Yeah, the color says lime. Okay. Lime green. Nice. That's our second shirt that we've sold of that. Holly Berry came through on Friday night and helped us out as well, which was freaking sweet. All the beautiful people. Bassett Page also just gave us a share on the old X machine. But without further ado, if we're going to get through this, let's get in here, folks, and start out this morning with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think that I already set his name up here. No, I didn't. Let's get his name on here. Oh my God, I can already feel when I stop talking. I'm gonna start going crazy here. All right, and then let me set this up. Oh, this keeps disappearing. Weird. That's so weird. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Audio application audio capture. Everything's always stupid. Everything's always fucking stupid. Oh, here it is. I named it body cam. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I need to rename that before I lose my mind. All right, let's go. Talking to myself. There appears to be no sound. Or am I just crazy? There it is. Okay. Lose my mind here, guys. J Money, what's up? J Money, new wrestling video today at 4:45, and then a live at 6 Eastern tonight on the wrestling channel.
Please raise your right hand, sir.
I gotta
Do you
change
swear
this.
or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? Yes, sir. You may take your seat.
Sir, please say your name and spell your name.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, RyanFitzpatrick.
Where do you live, sir?
Lantana, Florida.
And what line of work are you?
PHAT, they call me fat. They call me Fat Fitzpatrick, call me fat. They call me Fat Fitzpatrick, oh, I come in hard.
Are you in?
I'm in roofing now.
Okay. Do you or did you at some time have a relationship with Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you guys friends?
Yes, ma'am.
How close were you?
Very close.
What time frame were you close friends with Charlie Adelson?
From about the time that I moved to South Florida in around about 2012, and then as years passed, we grew a lot closer.
Until when?
Till about 2018, 19-ish.
All right. Did you spend a lot of time together?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you talk to him daily?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know his family?
Yes, ma'am.
Meet his girlfriends?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you see him here in the courtroom today?
Oh yeah, we still do that, baby. Let me put this up here so we can see it. Austin coming through. Do we still pass us thy plate? Good to be back, and I'm glad to have you back in here. Hell yeah. $10 holler, and we absolutely still pass the plate here on Sundays. They get wild in here still, which is a beautiful thing to see. Austin Reigns getting on there again. And Austin, just so you know, there is no limit to how many times you can get on this wheel. So you could take up the whole damn wheel. Have extra chances for goodies. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Would you point him out and describe what he's wearing?
Oh shit, damn. We're starting her out right now. We got Just a Crazy Gin coming through. That's what I'm talking about. Giving us $2 here this morning. The Gin Nation popping in this morning. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I love the gins. Love the gins. Thank you very much. Passing thy plate, she says. Thank you so much, Jen.
Please, can I have my shirt?
Let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
The record will reflect.
Was the defendant, Mr. Adelson, very close to his sister Wendy?
Yes, ma'am.
If you know, how did the Adelson family, feel about Dan Markel?
Not fond.
And did that include Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
I mentioned the girlfriends. Did Mr. Adelson have a lot of girlfriends?
Yes, ma'am.
Was one of them Catherine Magbanoa?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever have an occasion to meet her?
I think in passing I might have met her once or twice, but I didn't have a personal relationship with her, no.
Did she stand out to you as being someone special or a
Boom, that's right. JC Money. Coming through hot. J Money, not JC Money. I mixed your real name with your fake name here. J Money coming through with the Cash App. $5 holla. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Fuck yeah, Jay.
importance to him than any of the other women in his life?
Objection reading.
Sustained. Please rephrase your question.
Thank you, Jay.
It's a yes or no question. Did she stand out to him as being somehow special or different from the other women in his life?
No, ma'am.
Are you familiar with the defendant's practice of stapling his money?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the denominations or how he would staple it?
10 100s would be 1,000. Easier to count that way.
At the time that Dan Markel was murdered, how did you learn of the murder?
I can't remember. They never spoke about it, so
And when you say they never spoke about it, who was
the
that?
family never spoke of it.
So you didn't learn about the murder from your close friend?
I do not believe so, no. Not directly.
Right after the murder, did Mr. Adelson tell you that his girlfriend, Catherine Magbanoa, was extorting money out of him?
No, ma'am.
Does that seem like something he would have mentioned to you?
Yes, ma'am, probably, I imagine so.
When law enforcement posing as a thug approached his mother in what we're referring to as the bump, did he tell you about that?
I don't recall, no, ma'am.
He didn't tell you that he thought that the person that approached his mother was either the FBI or someone posing as Rivera's brother?
I can't remember if Charlie directly said that to me or not, so I don't know. It's been so long.
Okay. Did he ever make a statement to you about murder?
Charlie, as you've heard in testimony and depots, that he made a lot of tasteless jokes, and he said something along the lines of, "You can get away with anything, you get away with murder, and you keep your mouth shut."
When was that statement made?
Jeez, years ago.
Before or after this murder?
It would be after.
Was his behavior after, are you familiar with the arrest that occurred in May? May of 2016, I should have clarified.
Katie's arrest?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And did his behavior change at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he seem relieved and less stressed out after she got arrested?
No, ma'am, he did not.
What was his demeanor after her arrest?
Nervousness, agitation, stress.
So he seemed to get more stressed out after she was
Yes, ma'am.
Was he weird like that before, like between the time of the murder and the time of Catherine McDonough's arrest?
To say he was weird.
Like that, like the
No,
behaviors you just
no,
described?
ma'am, not that weird.
All right. And are you familiar with some barbed wire that he had around his residence?
No, but I kind of like that idea.
When was the last time you were at his residence at, the name is escaping me, Whale Harbor?
It would had to have been around probably the summer of 2018.
Okay. And when you were out there, when you were at his residence in the summer of 2018, did y'all use the pool area?
Yes, ma'am.
How is there not a stapler emoji just in general? Like, they have emojis for so many random things and not a stapler. Come on now. I do need to get a stapler, like, with next to some money maybe as an emoji. The problem is I only get so many emojis. Like, I don't have infinity emojis by no means, and it goes by how many people you have as membered up. So I'm lucky to have what I have. Like, I really enjoy the number that I've got, but yeah, I also like all of my emojis. So I don't know, maybe I could get rid of the lighter. The lighter's kind of just random, I guess. I mean, that would be a cool one though.
He's got a nice grotto style pool out there.
Very nice, yes, ma'am.
And did you observe when you were out there barbed wire around the perimeter of the pool?
No, I don't think so. No, ma'am.
All right. What about weapons? Did Charlie Adelson frequently carry or have weapons around him?
Charlie had a gun, yes.
Where did the gun stay, if you know? On his person, in the safe, bedside table?
I mean, I don't know what his regular practice.
Dude, I've never seen somebody so... I mean, I guess I get it, right? He's only had shitty food for the last little bit. I mean, unless he is... I'm sure he's getting, like, the tuna and the crackers and the candy and shit that they can get from the commissary when you actually have money. But, you know, they're not able to just get McDonald's and Wendy's and stuff. So, Charlie being that excited for Wendy's does make sense. But also, when you're kind of watching, when you detest somebody like that as much as, you know, the majority of us do, it's like, what the fuck, man? Fuck this guy. Hope he chokes on that shit. Boom! Pammy coming through here with a $5 holla. That's what I'm talking about, Pammy. Hope you're doing well, Pammy. The beautiful Pammy. Always getting a little fiery in here. Always turning it up a notch. Where we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're only 4 away. Damn, we're cooking this morning, folks. Thank y'all.
This was, if I can imagine, he would put it by his bed when he slept.
All right. Was that just the one gun that you were aware of, or did he have a bunch of guns?
I believe he had more, but I can't testify to that.
Okay. So when you were in the residence, there weren't guns laid out in the residence?
Not like my house, no.
Did you have a falling
God
out of
knows.
some kind with Mr. Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
When did that occur?
I would say about the last time that
Oh, God.
probably being at his residence, probably about the summer of 2018.
Okay, and you guys have filed lawsuits against each other or just one direction?
Charlie had filed a lawsuit against myself and others. It's since been dismissed. So.
All right.
Mohammed.
So you don't like the guy anymore? Fair to say?
I mean, he's not a big fan. No.
Okay. And have you said some ugly things about him on social media and that sort of thing?
I've said it to him.
All right. And are you here to try to bring him down?
No, I don't want to be here at all.
Were you here pursuant to a subpoena?
Yes, ma'am.
One moment, please. Did you give a deposition in this case previously?
In Catherine's case, yes.
Back
Whew.
in 2021?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Got hit just a little bit there.
Page 46 and 47.
There's no question, so I don't know if she's refreshing.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh your recollection with your deposition.
There's no question to refresh.
Thank you, Simi.
Did you say
Sip a
that
shot.
he told you about the bump?
If I said it there, then I said it there. I mean, it's just been years, so it's hard to recall.
I
And I'm
understand.
tired.
Would it refresh your recollection to review the deposition to see exactly what you said?
Yes, ma'am,
Alright, page 46 and 47. And you can scroll like that. Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes, ma'am.
So did Mr. Adelson tell you about the extortion attempt on his mother in 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
But definitely never told you about Catherine Banois extorting him in 2014
No, ma'am.
or 2015.
No, ma'am.
No further questions.
I had some new shirts. All of my necks look like shit. Like they're all like a little bit worn out, a little bit too fucky. Like this one's always trying to go to the left on me. So I'm trying to straighten it up. Like when I straighten it up, it don't look too bad. But like if I just let it go, like it's just like hanging off my fucking head. Like there's more this way. Really, it's just like I don't know. It's bothering me.
You met Katie once or twice, right?
Go Rash.
Banois?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
You didn't know her personally?
Don't forget in the chat for the members we got puzzle pieces. Rash is about to put it together for us, guys. Puzzle pieces. Also, maybe my favorite, Devil Donna in the chat. Devil Donna in the chat.
No, sir, I do not.
But Charlie mentioned to you that the father of Katie's kids tried to run him off the road,
Yes, sir.
tried to kill him,
Yes, sir.
and that was in 2014?
Vaguely, yes, sir. If that's what I testified to, then yes.
Charlie talks a lot, right?
Indeed, he does.
Repeats himself a ton, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a lot.
Now, I think Ms. Kappelman just refreshed your memory that you were aware of the bump, that Charlie told you about the bump.
Yes, sir.
Okay. By the way, did you communicate with Charlie on WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
You ever talk about murder on WhatsApp with him?
No, sir.
Ms. Kappelman asked you about whether Charlie started to act nervous at the time of around Katie's arrest. Do you recall those questions?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that shortly before her arrest, law enforcement released an affidavit calling for Charlie's arrest, which the state attorney refused?
What? I don't understand your question.
Are you aware that there was an affidavit that was released by law enforcement calling for Charlie's arrest?
I believe there was like a probable cause, or excuse me, or something like that. Yes, sir.
And that was broadcast to the entire world, right?
It was broadcast. Yes, sir.
Okay.
There we go. Annie Ruler coming in from Vegas. Love to hear it. Boom. One of our friend of the show, Chris Duett, lives in Las Vegas.
And that was back in 2014, correct?
I believe so. Yes, sir. If that's when it
I'm
happened.
sorry. That was back in 2016, correct?
Yes, sir.
At the time that he started to act kind of weird.
Yes, sir.
Also around that time, there were 60 Minutes, 2020, and Dateline specials, right?
Yes, sir.
And there was also this bump, right?
Yes, sir.
And after Katie's arrest, there was even more suggestion that Charlie somehow had some role in this, right?
Yes, sir.
By the way, you continued to be friends with him after that, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, isn't it true that you stole from Charlie?
No, not at all.
It's not true that you took checks that were supposed to be made out to the business and took them for yourself?
That's alleged in a lawsuit that's been dismissed. So
Was that lawsuit dismissed because Charlie Adelson got arrested in this
I don't know
case?
why I never hired an attorney, because I wasn't worried about it.
When was it dismissed? After his arrest in this case or before?
I found out last week, so I don't know. I don't care.
Do you think it was do you think it was dismissed after he was arrested in this case?
That's speculation on your part. I have no idea. I didn't think about it. Didn't lose any sleep over it.
Was a lawsuit for hundreds of thousands of dollars?
About $2 million. But I don't have that anyway, so I didn't worry about it.
Before he filed that lawsuit, he demanded that you repay him, right?
I guess if that's what he says.
Well, did he text you and demand repayment?
Yeah.
He said he was going to start taking what you owed him out of your paychecks. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
And you didn't like that.
No.
So you threatened if he tried to recover any of the stolen money for you, you would go to law enforcement and tell them that that he was involved in Professor Markel's murder.
I don't know if that's what I said verbatim at all.
Well, let's see if I can refresh your memory. Do you recall saying to Dr. Charlie Adelson, I don't owe you shit. I'll be on the phone with the FBI today. Get your affairs in order before prison, punk. You're going to rot in jail, you mom, fag. Do you recall saying that?
I mean, if you're reading it, then I did.
You open your mouth and I will open mine. Watch, motherfucker. You're a miserable Jew and you're going to get what you deserve.
Fuck!
Do you recall saying that?
Jesus
Reading it when I
Christ.
said it.
Sounds like a 1980s wrestling promo.
I dare you to threaten me again. I'll be on the phone with the FBI before you blink, you murderer. Do you remember saying that?
Yep.
Get fucked. I'm going to get you in jail. Do you remember saying that?
I guess if it's in there.
You ever heard of a website on Facebook called True Crimes Blog, True Crimes Case, the Dan Markel case? Let's discuss. You ever heard of that?
Yes.
You're just posting pictures of Charlie on that website this week, right?
I don't know.
You want me to show you them?
What difference does it make? What does that have to do with anything?
May I approach, Your Honor? Does this refresh your recollection of a picture you posted of Charlie on that website just days ago?
Yeah, it's a good picture.
You say you have nothing to gain from this case and you don't really care and you don't want to be here, right?
Right.
Just on Tuesday, do you recall writing to someone, I want to propose a wager. Let's see who gets involved. The over and under on Life Plus. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. You posted on there that you were going to help get this man a life imprisonment, right?
I don't know that it suggested that I was helping him do anything. I was just speaking my opinion, which that's free speech, and that's what all the other idiots on that thing do as well. So
I want to propose a wager. Over under on Life Plus. That's what you said.
yeah.
No further questions.
Honestly, Rash Bomb did pretty good there. I mean, I don't hate Rash Bomb, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like,
From Mr. Rauschbaum as to the post on the social media site.
No questions, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Thank you.
Please call your next witness.
oh shit, what we got coming up? Oh shit, Tato. Here we go. Here we go.
Everyone can be seated.
Fan favorite.
You may be seated.
Changing his
Mr.
name now.
Rauschbaum, you can go ahead with the proffer of the witness. Mr. Rivera, let me swear you in at this point. Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? You may take your seat.
See, I'm about to spill all this tea all over the fucking courtroom.
Mr. Rivera,
All right.
in 2014, 2015, you were a member of the Latin Kings, is that right?
Yes.
And that's a violent gang.
No, we're a family.
Yo, good morning, Teresa. Welcome in here.
The gang, right?
Yes, a gang.
Glad you're back.
In fact, you were head of the North Miami branch of Latin Kings, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the questions I have, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Not a lot.
Do you have anything to raise?
He's already afraid of him.
This in light of what has been proffered as the theory of defense.
This guy's got nothing to lose, bro.
Still objecting to relevance.
As this specifically goes to the defendant's theory of defense, I will permit the line of questioning that has been raised. However, Mr. Rauschbaum, you are being cautioned as to going into any matters that are collateral to your theory itself. Do you understand what the line is?
Understand, Your Honor.
Let's bring in the jurors. Everyone except for Mr. Rivera may be seated. Mr. Rivera, I'm going to swear you now in front of the jury. Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I swear.
You may take your seat. You may examine when ready.
What is your name, sir?
Luis Rivera.
Mr. Rivera, where are you from?
Miami. I'm Puerto Rican, but raised in Miami.
Right, and I see you're wearing a jail uniform. Have you been convicted of a felony?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
I don't remember.
5
Once.
sound right?
45, yeah.
All right, and are you currently incarcerated?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you serving a sentence for both this case that we're here about and also a federal case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's start with the federal case. What is the nature of that charge?
Conspiracy RICO with the Latin Kings.
Conspiracy, RICO, like a racketeering,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's related to your involvement with the Latin
Oh
Kings?
my lord,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
nose
Is
is
that a gang?
killing me.
Gang, family.
Okay. And that was a group that you were affiliated with when you lived in Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we've heard that when some incidents occurred during this case, you were incarcerated in Broward County. Were you incarcerated in Broward County back in 2016?
No.
You were never in Broward?
2016?
Yeah.
No, I was in the feds.
Okay, so you were incarcerated, but not in Broward. That was part of the ruse that you were.
Yeah, I was in Broward, but I was 2016. I was in the feds. I was in Coleman.
All right. So at the time of the what we're calling the bump, you were actually in federal custody.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that on the racketeering case?
Yes, ma'am.
You're still serving a sentence on that case?
Absolutely.
Okay. And is that case in any way related to the murder that we're here about today?
No, ma'am.
All right. So when law enforcement came to talk to you and identified you as a suspect in the murder case, you were already serving this sentence unrelated. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been promised anything in reference to that federal case for your
ma'am.
testimony here today?
Nope.
All right. And have you ever gotten any help on the federal case for your cooperation in this case?
No, ma'am.
All right. What did you get for your cooperation in this case?
In this case, the murder case, I'm 19 years.
All right. And was the 19 years to be served concurrently or at the same time with the federal sentence you're already serving?
Concurrent with the same time as the feds.
And what is your release date once you conclude both sentences?
Both centers. Probably 2032,
We're in
33.
Debbie.
32 or 33? 2032 or 2033?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is it that you have to do in exchange for this 19-year sentence on the murder case?
How to testify.
All right, and what do you have to testify to?
The murder.
All right, and has anyone told you to say anything other than the truth in the case?
No, ma'am.
Have I or anyone promised you anything other than what we've already discussed, the sentence you got?
No, ma'am.
Anybody ever told you that you had to testify about a specific person in order to get a deal?
No, ma'am.
All right, I want to talk about how you came to be a participant in the murder of Dan Markell. Did you participate in his murder?
Yes, ma'am.
How is it that you came to be a part of that?
From a friend.
And who's your friend?
Garcia.
Who's Garcia? Is that Sigfredo Garcia?
Sigfredo Garcia, yes.
How did you know him?
Childhood.
Oh my God.
And had you described him as a brother previously?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that
Like,
because
does anybody
he
else
was in the
have
gang?
sinuses like this to where like you wake? Well, you know, I know it's the changing of the weather. You know, it's a big part of it, but you wake up and it bothers you for hours before you like become completely normal. Like you feel like you might even be getting a cold. Like it's that bad, and you're just like, Jesus, this is. Because when sometimes you'll just wake up and it'll be a little bit, that was just the sinuses, allergies, obviously. Sometimes you'll go to noon and you're like, am I sick? Is this a cold? And then one by one, you're like, oh, it's starting to dry up.
Or
No,
just
he's not in no game.
he was not in a gang,
No.
but he was
Wow, is that
a
for
good
real?
enough friend
That
that
is
you
very
referred to him
tiny.
as a
Yes,
brother.
ma'am.
And back around the time that this crime occurred in 2014, were you and Mr. Garcia together all the time?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Garcia, is he the one that came to you with the information about this job that needed to be done?
Absolutely.
And I say job, is that what this murder was to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So your motive for coming to Tallahassee and participating in this murder was money?
Yes, ma'am.
Did
Absolutely.
you know Dan Markell?
Nope.
Did you know anything about him?
Nope.
All right, so do you know why Garcia or how Garcia came to know about this murder or this job?
His girl,
Who's that?
Katie.
All right, so am I correct that Katie hired Garcia and Garcia hired you?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was to actually come to Tallahassee to do the murder?
It was me and him.
You and Garcia,
Yes, ma'am.
but not Katie.
No.
So she stayed in Miami.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and who was to get the money once the job was done?
Katie.
All right, and did she get the money?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where she got the money from? Do you know
Ma'am.
where she got the money from?
Yeah, the people. She got
Who are the people?
the dentist. I called them the dentist at that time.
The dentist?
The dentist.
Wendy and her brother.
Okay, and do you know which one of them actually handed Katie the money?
No, absolutely not.
And you weren't there for that.
No, ma'am.
So Katie went to get the money from the people, which includes both of them,
Yes, ma'am.
and then brought it back to you.
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Did you originally describe the purpose behind this murder as helping a lady in Tallahassee get her kids?
What you mean?
Did you describe the... I know your purpose was money.
Yeah.
So whoever did the hiring had a different purpose, right?
Yes.
And what was your understanding of that purpose?
For the kids.
To get these kids.
Get the kids back.
Okay. And do you know any more about that? Which family member did what and whose kids they were or anything like that?
No, I don't think I know the kids was Wendy. That's her name.
Wendy, they're Wendy's kids?
Yeah, that's the only thing I know.
That old
Okay, had
bitch,
something
Wendy.
to do with getting Wendy's kids.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the dentist?
No.
Have you ever met the dentist before?
No.
What did the dentist have to do with the lady in Tallahassee that had the kids?
That's her brother.
And what was his connection to you or to Garcia?
To me, nothing. His connection that was Katie's boyfriend.
All right, so Katie was Garcia's child's mother
Yes, ma'am.
and also was dating Charlie Adelson.
Absolutely.
Did you know before the murder was committed, did you know how much you were going to be paid?
No.
When did you find out how much you were going to be paid?
When we was driving up.
Okay, so that was before the murder was committed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
All right, and so when you were driving up, you found out the job was going to pay how much for you?
Well, it only gave me 37.
$37,000?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much was the total bill for the job?
It was 100 grand.
And that was split between who?
3 ways.
You
That's
and who else?
crazy.
Me, Garcia, and Katie.
And there's people out there that will kill somebody for a hell of a lot less than that. Like, that's insane to me. To even, like, I can't get my head wrapped around, like, some criminals' thought processes. Like, I get it, like, a lot of these folks are, that's what they are literally, like, might as well call them career criminals, because this is what they do, not necessarily murdering people, but, you know, on the outskirts of the law, doing shady shit. But when you get to murdering someone and the possibility that you are most likely going to get caught, I mean, come on, let's be real here. It's just not worth it. It's insane to me.
Was this job in any way related to your gang affiliation?
No.
I don't
Absolutely
care
not.
how much I hate somebody. I would never. I don't know. And then being the person that's hiring the folks, right? That's just as, like, you are the reason someone's not going to be on planet Earth anymore. That's crazy.
Let me show you State's Exhibit. Shouldn't have photos as well. Oh. Let me show you 37 and 38. Recognize these photos?
Yep.
Are those photos of the folks that were involved in this homicide?
Yep.
Plus another young lady. Who's that?
That's my baby mama. She's not involved.
Okay, and what's her name?
Jessica Rodriguez.
All right. Judge, at this time I asked to move to evidence 37 and 38.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 37 and 38 are admitted.
Can we look up Jessica
37
Rodriguez?
at
Is
this
that
time,
is that
please.
too far?
Thank you.
So Jessica Rodriguez, that's a public figure that I bet is not.
Who's that on the far left in the green shirt?
Garcia.
Okay, and next to him,
Katie.
and next to her,
Jessica.
and then
This is Jessica Rodriguez. I would never be able to find this lady.
that's you on the right.
Yes, ma'am.
Dude, he is pretty short. And somebody said 4'7". Is that legit?
When was this photo taken? Let me ask you this. Was it before or after the homicide? If you know.
I can't remember.
Did you previously say it was taken sometime after the homicide? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Okay. States 38. Who are these folks?
That's me and Garcia.
Did Mr. Garcia go by any nicknames?
Tuto.
And what about you? Did you have a nickname?
Tato.
So he's Tato, and the other one's Tutu? Did I hear that right?
Did Mr. Garcia go by any nicknames?
Tuto.
Tutu.
And what about you? Did you have a nickname?
Tato.
There's a fucking tag team. This is pro wrestling right now, right? Like, last dude was cutting a promo, and now we got the tag team champions of the world, the Aladdin Kings, Tutu and Tato.
Had you ever been to Tallahassee before you came for this murder?
No, ma'am.
Tutu and
Did you come
Tato.
to Tal-
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, now making their ways down the aisle, all the way from Murdersville, USA. Wait, hold on. hold on. Tuto and Tato, the tag team champions of the world.
Tallahassee one time or more
Fitz.
than one time?
Twice.
Tuto and
Both
Tato.
times,
I'm
was
gonna
that with just you and Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Both times did you come in a rental car?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had, can we go back to, I don't know, just,
He's biding his time. He's like, oh, I'm going to get out one day. I'm good. Hitting in Vatos.
how long had Catherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia been, I guess, on again, off again?
Probably 10 years.
So at the time of this homicide, they'd been on and off for about 10 years?
Yes, ma'am.
So you knew her pretty well as far as through Garcia, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And did she go by Katie sometimes?
Yes, ma'am.
Big Kate. They called her Big Kate. What's up, net detective? Taco should have stayed at the Mexican restaurant he was working at. Wow, shit. Coming in hot. Slightly racist. Managed by Tito Santana. Let's go. Oh, dude, it's a wild one, Jay.
Judge, may I publish States 59 at this time?
Right.
Can I turn the thing on?
Yeah, Latin King.
Mr. Rivera, have you seen this exhibit before?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had an opportunity to take a look at the phone numbers associated with the people on this chart that you knew?
I've seen them, but I don't remember none of them.
Don't remember those numbers? Have you previously testified about the numbers?
No, maybe one of them. I think it's probably mine.
Okay. Did you have an
The only
opportunity?
person that's slightly out of frame here is Dan Markel. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do that. Just for a second.
To look at the rental contract that you filled out for the rental car that was used in this homicide, the Prius. All right, and that contract has your phone number on it, correct?
Yes.
And if that phone number matches the one up there, would that be the correct number for you at that time? Or at least one of them?
Probably one of them. I have multiple phones, so.
Yeah, you had a couple phones, right?
Francesca, welcome in here. Calling out the Mexican comment from Net Detective. He's Puerto Rican, not Mexican.
The address that
A
was
little
on the
bit
rental
racist.
contract.
Let's be honest.
Can I see the rental contract, please?
Yeah, everyone loves him, Debbie. He's a fan favorite.
Oh, it is. One moment, I'm sure to you. It's Normandy. Something Normandy?
Normandy?
Where you were living at the time of the murder?
No. I was just on my license.
So you provided your driver's license to rent the car,
Yes, ma'am.
and you know what number the rental contract is? Okay, and at the time on your license, I'm approaching the States 58. It had this 1805 Normandy Drive on your license.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you actually living at that time?
I was living with Jessica.
Okay, and was Jessica's address at 1515 Northeast 135th,
Yeah.
number 14?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I want to talk about the first trip. Do you know the date that you left to come here for the first trip?
No, ma'am.
Does June 4th of 2014 sound correct?
Probably.
All right, how did you get here? Who drove?
I drove. He drove half, and I drove the other half.
All right,
The first
so
time.
you both did some of the driving.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how did you know where you were going?
Well, he knew his way.
Who did?
Garcia.
How did he know his way?
He had a piece of paper with an address in the picture.
What can you describe what the piece of paper
It's a
looked
regular
like?
piece of paper.
Like a regular piece of paper like this size?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it white?
Yes.
Was it like this kind of paper that goes in a printer?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was printed on it?
It was an
The neck on my shirt is a killer.
the dude's address.
Okay. Was the address printed or handwritten, if you know?
Man, I can't remember.
Okay. Did it have a photograph on it?
Yeah.
All right. So it had a photograph and an address. Anything else written on there
That's it.
or typed?
Not that I remember.
Okay. So that's how you knew who you were supposed to kill and where that person lived?
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't get the address from the Prof's blog?
No.
You don't read the Prof's blog?
No. Where you going?
Are you on the Prof's blog server list?
No.
Can you just come stand for 1 moment?
Okay. In your presence, did Mr. Garcia get any information about
Is that true,
Mr.
Sammy? I
Martel?
didn't know that. Tato staring Charlie down in court is what they used as proof they need to transfer Charlie to South Dakota. What a random place to get transferred to, right?
From a blog.
No.
Did either of you, to your knowledge, go on the computer and look on his Facebook
No, ma'am.
or search him in any kind of way?
Not at all.
All right. So everything you did from this piece of paper.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to the address on the paper on the first trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to see Professor Markel that trip?
No.
What did y'all do that trip?
We tried to follow him, but we lost him, but
All right, so you saw his vehicle
yes, ma'am.
and tried to follow it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember where you followed it that trip?
Not that trip. I don't think I remember.
Okay. Did you watch his home? Sit and watch his home during
Yes,
that
ma'am.
first trip? Did anybody get out of the car and look around or poke around his property?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did that?
Garcia.
Why did the murder get done on this trip?
Man, I can't remember.
Did you have a weapon with you?
I think we had. I don't remember.
Did you previously say that you each had a firearm on both trips?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember which weapon was the murder weapon?
Yeah, I remember the weapon.
Where did the murder weapon come from?
I got it
Where did you get it from?
from the streets,
All right, and was that in Miami or up here?
Miami.
Okay, so you went and got a weapon. Was that specifically for the purpose of
Yes,
committing
ma'am.
this murder?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that weapon?
Yeah, like
come
any
up-
kind of like down moment, like a sidebar like that, the trial channel takes all that out for time. But that's interesting. In that moment's when Tato would have been staring down Charlie, and I was unaware of if what Simi's saying is correct about the reason that is proof that Charlie needs to be moved to a different prison because of fear of repercussions from Tato. That's crazy and probably true,
Here
right?
on the first trip
But it would have happened.
with you.
I think so.
All right, and was there another firearm in the car as well?
We had two.
Okay, whose gun was the other one?
Garcia.
And the murder weapon, what type of weapon was that?
38.
Was that a revolver?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Was there a particular plan as far as who was going to actually do the murder?
I was supposed to do it.
Okay, and was it always going to be a shooting?
It's going to be a shooting.
What was the plan? Were you always going to do it in his car, or was there any kind of plan?
No, there wasn't no plan. We didn't plan nothing out.
So it was just going to be if an opportunity arose, you were
If
going
there was
to take
opportunity, we do what we got to do and go.
it? What if an opportunity arose when the children were present?
I was not doing that in front of the kids.
Okay.
Not me.
Did somebody instruct you on that, or that was just a given that you weren't going to do it?
I was not going to do it. Period.
On that first trip, when you were discussing this murder and the payment, was there any conversation about maybe switching it to a robbery.
Yes.
All right. And who brought up the possibility of switching it from a murder to a robbery?
Me.
And what was your suggestion?
My suggestion was to go back and rob the lady,
And who's the lady?
Wendy.
Okay, because did you believe at that time that Wendy was the one that had this money to pay for the murder?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so your thought was, hey, let's just take the money.
Just take the money.
Don't even have to do a murder, right?
We don't have to do none of that.
All right, let's watch this real quick. This is what we just missed. They were doing the sidebar, which again the trial channel cuts this out. So this is when Tata would have been staring down Charlie. So let's see what we got here. It's that Court TV lady behind him there. I don't know her name, but she's doing work, son. There's no audio on this either, by the way. It's not just me. Well, I think they cut the audio out during sidebar also. So. Oh shit! He is just staring at him, dude. Oh my god! Holy shit! I feel like this is a freeze frame. Oh my god! You can tell he's breathing though. Oh my god, that's actually horrifying. Alright, that's scary. Oh, I was about to make sure. Have I got this paused? Dude, that was the longest fucking stare. Yeah, probably a good idea to get the hell out of there for Charlie. Like, oh my god. Dude, that's seriously one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's horrifying. To be on the other end of that stare, right? Like, oh my god, dude. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm glad we went and seen that because that was intense as shit.
And why didn't that happen instead of the murder?
He told me he can't. He just had to do this job. I'm like, I just went with it because that was my friend, so I just went with the...
Garcia told you that you had to get this job done.
Yes, ma'am.
And the job had to be done for Katie, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's talk about the second trip.
Bluebird,
Is
what's
that when
up?
The murder happened July
Morning.
16th through the 18th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That was crazy.
And that's the rental car agreement that I already
Love to
showed
hear
you.
it.
That was the Prius you traveled up here in.
Absolutely, yes.
And we talked about your phone number, but there's another phone number on that rental agreement that says brother. Is that Garcia's phone number?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's insane.
Who would be the brother
wow.
that you would put on the rental contract as going with you?
Garcia.
Like, that was crazy. That was nuts.
Did you take phones with you when you came to Tallahassee?
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah.
And did you have the phones on or
I mean, he is
off for that
4'7".
pool?
Is that legit? Is he really 4'7"? I mean, he's stocky as fuck. He looks like he can suplex a motherfucker real quick. But I mean, if he's really 4'7",
It was off at that moment.
nah, that was scary as hell.
And did you take the same guns with you that second trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Kato's gonna get out, find the stream.
Where did you
What you
stay
say,
while you were
4'7", motherfucker? I mean, like, bro.
here? Was there an incident while you were here for that trip prior to the actual murder where one of the guns was discharged in your Prius?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell us what happened?
Well, the gun went off. Garcia was playing with the gun. I was driving, and he put a hole right through the floor in the passenger side.
Were you actually out on the roads
Yes,
when this
ma'am.
happened?
That's
I was
insane.
And did it have an impact on your ability to drive the car?
Yeah, it hit the gas line.
Alright, so how'd you get it fixed?
Oh, he flagged somebody down there. We met the first time, some people, and they gave him a ride to the AutoZone to get
Dude, that's such a comedy movie moment, just like in any other scenario. These guys are going to kill somebody. They're fucking around, and he shoots a hole through the floorboard of the car that they're driving. Like, that's classic 2000s
a piece of
comedy.
hose to connect the back.
So somebody gave you a ride to the AutoZone.
Yes, ma'am. Not me,
Was
him.
there-
I was in the car. I never got off the car.
Alright, you stayed with the disabled vehicle.
It's on you, Brooklyn. I did not say
Did
that.
Garcia come back and do something to the car?
Yeah, he fixed it.
And it was able to be operated after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all follow Dan Markel at all during this second trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you follow him this time?
Follow him to the daycare and to the gym.
Was there a reason that the murder had to get done on the day it did?
It was just the right thing, the right opportunity, I guess.
Okay, did you have any information that the victim was going to be leaving town the day after the homicide occurred?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, meeting.
Is the answer struck?
Good question.
All right, so how did you find out that the victim was leaving town the following day?
Can't remember that good.
Was it from a blog?
Objection, Your Honor. Meeting.
It's not leading, Your Honor. Was it from a blog?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what blog was that?
The blonde was Wendy.
No, I was
you
saying
mean?
from the computer. Did you read?
Oh, no.
Did he think that she was saying blonde?
Okay, so somebody gave you the information.
Yeah, somebody
A
else.
person.
A person.
And how did you actually talk to the person?
No, ma'am.
Who talked to the person?
Tuto. Garcia.
Garcia talked to the person.
Talk to Katie.
Tuto.
So Garcia got the information
Tuto
from
Tato.
Katie.
Yes, ma'am.
I got
And
it.
do we know where Katie got it from?
Tuto
I don't know.
Tato.
Okay, were you present when Garcia
Tag team
talked
champions
to
of
Katie
the world.
and found out we
Yes,
got to
ma'am.
do it today?
Yes, ma'am. He was on the phone.
I'm sorry.
That was on the phone speaking.
He was talking to Katie on the phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were present for that.
I was in the car.
Who was driving the green Prius, like whenever you were following Mr. Markel right before the murder?
Me.
Did you go to, I think you said the daycare. Where else did you go that day?
Hey, Jim.
Have you seen the video surveillance from the gym in this case?
I have seen it now.
Yeah, where the green Prius is at the gym. Have you seen that?
I've seen it.
And is that you driving that Prius?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is Garcia in the vehicle as well?
Absolutely.
All right. Did you know whether or not the kids were in the car at the time you were at the gym?
Nah, he dropped them off. I seen him when he dropped them off in the daycare.
So you actually saw the kids go into the daycare?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it after the daycare that you proceed to the gym?
Yes.
And what about after that?
He followed him to his house.
All right, so did you wait in the car while the victim went into the gym and worked out?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we've seen this footage.
And did y'all know at that time, like, we're going to do it when he comes out of
No.
the gym, or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. No.
So you're just following him to see where he goes.
To see where he goes.
And where did he go?
To his house.
Did you see the bus video that shows the Prius shortly before and shortly after the homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you driving the vehicle at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what happened when you got to Mr. Markel's driveway.
Well, he had turned he turned the block before. We kept going. So we went in front of his house. So when he pulled in, we pulled in right behind. I pulled in right behind him.
Is what you're describing, you entered his street from two different directions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you met at his, did you meet at his driveway?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you pull in behind him, what happens next?
Garcia jumped out and shot him
How many times?
twice.
Where was he standing when he fired the shots?
Right in front of the driver's side, by the driver.
Did you see what the victim did during this attack?
He put his hands up.
How was it decided that Mr. Garcia would end up being the shooter instead of the original plan, which was for you to do it?
I was driving. I had no time. He jumped out and did it. He had the gun the whole time.
All right, so either one of you were willing to do it when whoever wasn't driving when the opportunity arose?
Maybe, but it was really his job. So he did it.
You mean why was it his job?
He's the one that was getting paid, but he knew about the whole thing.
Well, you were getting paid too, right?
Yeah, man.
But he secured the job.
Yes, ma'am.
The bus video that we looked at, one of them shows the passenger side, someone in a white shirt moving around a lot right after the homicide. Can you explain to the jury what was going on in the car at that time?
He was trying to hide the gun.
And that's Garcia.
Garcia.
Where did he put the gun?
Right on the front, on the passenger side, right on the rug.
Okay. What ultimately happened with the gun?
We threw it away
Where?
in the river.
On the way back to South Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that where y'all went when you left Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you turn your cell phones back on?
I think we turned them on right away, I think.
After leaving Tallahassee?
Yeah. If I remember, I really don't remember, but it got turned on.
Sometime after the murder, they got turned back on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember who made the first phone call out of the two of you?
I didn't make no phone call. He did.
Who did he call?
I think he called Katie. Well, he called Katie. He
Say
called
that
Katie.
again?
He called Katie.
He called Katie. And were you able to hear that conversation with Katie?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that conversation?
He told her everything was done. She's like, I know, and but where the money?
Okay, let me back you up just a little bit. How did she know it was done?
I think she got a phone call right away before
Hey,
we
Pope, welcome in here.
Right, but somehow she indicated
Morning.
she knew.
did. Yes.
All right, and you asked about the money. Did you personally ask about the money, or was that Garcia?
Let's go see her.
What did she say about the money?
You'll get it tomorrow.
Did you get it tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
On the way back from Tallahassee to Miami, did you stop in Pembroke Pines at an ATM machine?
The way back.
Yeah.
I know we stopped.
Let me show you states 39 through 45. Have you seen these before?
Yeah. That's it. Same.
And are these appear to be ATM
Yes, ma'am.
images?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the date on the ATM image?
7/18/2024.
2024?
I mean 14. Sorry.
All right, that's the day of the murder, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is this the green Prius that y'all came to Tallahassee in?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are these fair and accurate photographs of you in the green Prius on the day of the homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
Permission to introduce and publish states 39 through 45.
Any objection? 39 through 45 are admitted.
Permission to publish.
You may.
Sure. Publishing states 39 and 40, please. $41, please. Make that bigger, please. Who's pictured in this exhibit, Mr. Rivera?
That's me and Garcia.
Who's that in the foreground, closer to the camera?
That's me. I'm the driver.
Okay. 42, please. Who's that in the passenger seat?
Garcia.
43, please.
Imagine you cut these guys off while you're driving.
And 44. Did you and Sigfredo Garcia go out that night when you got back to Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember where you went?
Then we went to a bar.
Was Catherine Magbanua with you that night?
I don't think so.
Do you know where she went that night?
No, I don't know.
All right. The next morning, is that when you saw her again?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Tell us what happened the next morning.
The next morning I woke up, I went to the barber shop, and she went to my house and took the money.
She had the money at your house?
Yeah.
And did you go home and get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go home with some purpose?
Purpose to pick that money up.
Yeah, why were you worried about the money?
I was worried about my baby mama taking it.
You were worried about your baby mama taking it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that Jessica, the one we saw in the,
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
photo? So if she'd seen that money,
If she would have seen it, she would have probably took it. But she never seen it.
how much money was in there?
37. I think it was 35,
37,000?
35.
35,000. And how was it packaged?
All hundred staples.
All $100 bills?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you mean by staples?
They were all stapled. It was $1,000, each $1,000 staple in the top corner.
All right, so you got 35,000. I think you previously said you got 37. Where did the other two come from?
Garcia gave it to me.
Why did he do that?
Yeah, not a sponsor. My breakfast today was Fritos Flavor Twist Honey Barbecue. I just had these down here and got a little snacky, so they're gone.
She gave it to me.
So he just gave you 2 additional stacks out of his cut.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how much he got versus how much Katie got?
No,
You not remember that?
I don't remember.
Okay, but it added up to 100. Is that what you previously
Yes,
said?
ma'am.
Did you buy anything with your cut of the money?
Just a motorcycle.
Approach you with states 46 and 47. Is that a picture of the motorcycle you bought with the murder money?
That's Garcia's.
That's Garcia's. What about 47? Is that your motorcycle there?
That's mine, yeah.
Okay, and this is Garcia's. And then what about this Monte Carlo in the background? Did y'all buy that too?
That's Garcia's. He got it.
Did he buy that with the murder money? Or after the murder? Shortly after the
Yeah,
murder?
something like that.
Alright, are these fair and accurate photos of those vehicles?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time I'd ask to move into evidence states 46 and 47.
Any objection? Okay. States 46 and 47 are admitted.
Publish 46, John.
Amen.
And 47, please. Did you make any changes to your cell phone after the murder? Do you remember?
I remember.
They catch me rolling. What was the DMX song, the Rough Rider one? Something Rough Riders roll. Oh. Something, break it down, shop it up, drop it, top it, top, pop it, top.
Did you meet with investigator
Oh,
Jason Newman with my
no.
office
That's a Rough Riders roll.
to look at this?
You know what I'm talking
Well, marked as state 63. This exhibit regarding the calls in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
And do these initials next to these calls indicate that you've authenticated the voices that are highlighted?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I'd ask to move into evidence state 63.
Any objection? State 63 is admitted.
So you were able to recognize the voices of Catherine Magbanua and Sakota Garcia on those recordings?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever had any kind of contact with any member of the Adelson family?
No, ma'am.
about. Mordecai.
During the time that Catherine Magbanua was dating the dentist, were you around her during that time?
I mean, I've seen her a few times.
Okay, and what was the context of, like, what was the occasion that you would see her if she was with the dentist?
Not with him, but I seen her when she come late for Garcia.
Okay, so if she was doing something related to the kids or something like that?
Yeah, that's it.
During the times that you saw her while she was dating the dentist, did she ever brag to you about the dentist at all?
No, ma'am.
Did she ever tell you the dentist has a lot of money?
No, ma'am.
The dentist has a safe full of cash in his home?
No.
So do you even know who the dentist is? I mean, do you know who he is here
Never
in the
met
courtroom?
him. Never met him in my life until today.
Okay. Well, the Dennis lawyers have indicated that you and Garcia got this idea on your own to come to Tallahassee to kill the professor. Is that true?
No. A good one.
Did you?
There we go. J Money going to come through and correct me here. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Whoa, that's how the Rough Riders roll. There we go.
Kill him and then try to get Katie to blackmail the dentist?
No.
When you suggested to Sigfredo Garcia on the way up that it would be easier to just do a robbery, would it have been easier to rob the dentist back in Miami than to come up here to do a murder?
I never said nothing about him because I don't know him, but I said, let's go rob the lady.
Right.
Just like that.
If you had known that it was actually the dentist that had the money, would you have been just as happy to rob the dentist?
Absolutely.
Would that have been less trouble than coming to Tallahassee to do a murder?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why you don't mess with fucking gangsters, bro.
Ralph Bum, do you wish to begin your cross-examination this evening?
Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Take your time.
Judge, I think it makes sense to wait till Monday.
Very well.
That's awesome, Jim.
We are going to recess at this point. Cross-examination of the witness will take place by the defense on Monday morning.
Before we get into your testimony, I want to clarify one thing.
Yes.
You didn't extort Charlie Adelson, right?
No.
One moment. Veronica, are you having problems still hearing? All right. If you can assist him. Mr. Rivera, make sure you speak as loudly as you can,
right.
sir.
Thank you.
And the answer to that question was no, right?
No.
You were paid $37,000.
I mean, he's a really polite gangster, right? Like, but in like no uncertain terms, he'll be like, "Yeah, we'd rob him. We would rob him. We would rob her." But he would also say, "Thank you very much, ma'am."
In your role in the murder of Professor
The dentist is Charlie. He was a periodontist, Jay, the guy that's on trial in this one, the son of Donna Adelson.
right?
Yes.
You were supposed to be
Him and his father had a dental practice. Where Donna
$35,000.
worked for them.
Yes.
Secreto Garcia, the
not
shooter,
mistaken.
gave you an extra $2,000, right?
Yes.
Your understanding was that the total payment was $100,000, correct?
Yes.
And that it was a one-time payment.
Yes, sir.
And you were told that you, Sigfredo, and Katie were hired by a lady to do a murder for hire, right?
No. If I was told about a lady,
No, I'm sorry. Let me slow down. You were told by Sigfredo that all of you were hired by a lady to do the murder, right?
yeah.
That you were doing it so that she could get her kids back.
Yes, sir.
And all of your information came from Sigfredo Garcia and Katie, correct?
Sigfredo, yes, sir.
Okay. And all of Sigfredo's information, to your knowledge, came from Katie, right?
Yes, sir.
Everything you knew about the murder plot came from Sigfredo.
Yes, sir.
According to you, Katie was the mastermind.
Yes, sir.
She was the one, as you've said, running the shots.
Yes, sir.
Anything that Sigfredo or you did in connection with the murder had to be cleared through Katie, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Sigfredo and Katie lied to you about a lot of things about this murder, right?
Lied about what?
Well, let's go through it. For starters, during the first trip in early June, Sigfredo told you that you were going to do a robbery, right?
Yes, sir.
Not until on the way up did you find out that you were going to do a murder.
Yes, sir.
Before the July trip, you didn't want to go, right?
Yes, sir.
And to convince you, Sigfredo again told you that you were just going there to scope things out.
Yes, sir.
During the second trip, the day before the murder, you drove by Professor Markel's house. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And you testified that at some point after you arrived at Markel's house, afternoon on the 17th, you saw a woman and 2 kids walking on Trescott by the house,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And the woman looked at you as the Prius passed and immediately got on her phone.
Yes, sir.
You testified that you asked Sigfredo what was up with the lady. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And Sigfredo responded that that's her. That's the guy's wife. That's the one that wants the kids back.
Yes, sir.
You asked Sigfredo what the lady was doing there on Trescott with the kids.
Yes, sir.
And Sigfredo responded that she came there to make sure that everything was all right,
Absolutely.
meaning all right with the plan.
Yes, sir.
As you sit here now, you're aware that the woman and the kids on the street was not the same lady, right?
I don't know if that was her or not, but she looked at my car.
It's possible that Sigfredo lied to you, right?
Who knows?
Another lie that Sigfredo and, that was it. Oh, sorry. Strike that, Your Honor. Your understanding is that the money for the murder would be paid by the lady, right?
Yes, sir.
Again, your understanding came from Sigfredo.
Yes, sir.
You didn't go with Katie to get the money, right?
No.
So you don't know where she got it from,
No.
and you don't know what happened when she got it.
No.
Sigfredo never told you that he and Katie got more than $100,000 the night of the murder, did he?
No.
That would make sense why you got an extra $2,000, right?
Maybe.
And Katie never told you that they got more than $100,000 the night of the murder, right?
No.
Sigfredo never told you that he and Katie were getting paid every month after the murder, right?
Never knew nothing about that.
You didn't know that they were getting paid $3,000 a month.
No.
You didn't know that they were getting paid $1,000 in Adelson Institute checks, did you?
Nope.
But you saw that Sigfredo was spending a lot of money, right?
Yes.
You saw that Sigfredo even told you that he had paid for Katie's breast augmentation surgery, right? Her breast surgery?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. If he told me about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told you he paid for it, right?
That's what he said.
You didn't know that Katie was getting money from Charlie Adelson every month in an extortion plot, did you?
No.
In May of 2015, you get arrested on a federal RICO case, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were detained.
Yes, sir.
And you wanted to get out of prison, right? You wanted to get a bail.
Yeah.
You started thinking about the fact that Katie and Sigfredo seemed to be spending a lot of money, right?
No.
Okay. So let's briefly recap all the lies that they told you. Not that you made, but that they told you. They lied to you about the purpose of the trip going to Tallahassee, right?
Yeah.
They lied to you about who the lady was on the street.
Yeah.
They lied to you about the amount of money they received.
Yeah.
They lied to you about getting money every month.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it possible that they lied to you about the purpose of the job to begin with?
They don't even got the money. Where they gonna get the money from?
Isn't it possible that you thought it was a murder for hire, but it was really an extortion?
Extortion to who?
Charlie Adelson, not from you, but from them.
Okay.
Isn't it possible?
I don't know.
By the way, on Friday, you testified that you just wanted to rob the lady, right?
Yes, sir.
But Sigfredo was adamant. We can't rob the lady. We got to do the murder.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that because he wanted to keep on getting money every month?
I don't know.
But you would have just robbed him, right?
Yep.
Would have been a lot easier, right?
Real quick.
Would have been a one-time payment, right?
That's it.
Couldn't have gotten paid over time, though, right?
I don't know.
Well, if you rob someone, it's hard to keep robbing them over and over and over again.
Absolutely, of course.
All right, so I want to back up a little bit, and I thank you for your honesty there. You've never met Charlie Adelson, correct?
Nope.
You've never seen him before this case.
Nope.
You've never spoken to him by phone.
Never.
And you've never communicated with him in any way.
Never.
You've never met Donna or Harvey Adelson.
Nobody.
You never spoken to them by phone.
I didn't meet nobody.
And the same goes with Wendy Adelson, correct?
Nobody.
You know Sigfredo your whole life.
Yes, sir.
You're like brothers.
Yes, sir.
You've been really deep since she and Sigfredo started dating when they were teenagers.
Yes, sir.
You consider them to be married.
Yes, sir.
Sigfredo was deeply in love with Katie, right?
Absolutely.
He would do, as you've said, anything for her, right?
Anything.
He was, as you said, blind over her, right?
Yes, sir.
Katie treated him badly.
Yes.
She messed up his head, as you've said, right?
Yes, sir.
At some point, you learned from Sigfredo that Katie was having a relationship with someone she worked with, right?
Yes, sir.
Shit. Fajitas. Sorry. Fixing it now. Boom.
Sigfredo told you that Katie was cheating on him with someone called the dentist.
Yes, sir.
According to what Sigfredo told you, Katie was sleeping with the dentist at the same time she was sleeping with Sigfredo, right?
Yes, sir.
So Sigfredo knew that Katie was cheating on him,
Yes, sir.
and he wasn't too happy about it, right?
Nope.
Sigfredo told you that the dentist had money. Let me rephrase. Sigfredo told you that Katie told him the person she was with was rich.
No.
Well, he told you that Katie would flaunt and show off to Sigfredo that the person she was dating with had money, right?
I don't think so.
Sigfredo was devastated when he learned about Katie's new relationship.
Yeah, anybody will, right?
I agree. Sigfredo started drinking too much.
Every day.
He started doing drugs.
Yes, sir.
He was acting crazy and unstable.
Yes, sir.
He couldn't keep a job. In fact, you had to fire him from a job, help get him fired from a job, right?
Yes, sir.
Because he was drinking even while at work.
Yes, sir.
And he was fighting a lot.
Yes, sir.
Katie told Sigfredo that she would only take him back if he did this job for her, right?
Yeah.
Now, before Sigfredo was fired from his job, I want to take you to March 14th of 2014. Okay? I'll refresh your memory about it.
Let's go.
There was a day when you were driving home from work and Sigfredo was driving you and he took a detour to a restaurant on Miami Beach. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And you and Sigfredo were in Sigfredo's truck, a Dodge Ram.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sigfredo had been drinking.
Every day.
Every
And you were
day.
supposed to be headed home,
All day, every day. That's the king's way.
but Sigfredo drove you to the restaurant.
Yes, sir.
You parked near the restaurant and you could see people sitting at tables eating outside. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And one of those people eating at the restaurant was Katie.
Yes, sir.
She was with 3 other people.
I remember that.
Do you remember they were all white?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Outside
Sigfredo
this hanging
pointed
out.
Katie out to you and said that one of the people there was the dentist. Do you
Yes,
recall
sir.
that? And while you were sitting in Sigfredo's truck watching Katie and the dentist, Sigfredo told you he was going to run him over when they got up, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did you tell him in response?
I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna get off the truck.
But he was serious.
Yes, sir.
That's what he was like, right? He was angry.
He was a good man. But anybody get angry if your wife is doing another man.
And he was angry. He wanted to hurt the dentist, right?
Yeah.
Are you aware that he actually did try to run him off the road a couple months later in July 1st, 2014? Did he ever tell you about that incident with a jet ski?
No.
Now, let me take you a little bit back to the first trip, okay? First trip to Tallahassee. Sigfredo came to your house and said he had a job in Tallahassee and asked you to go with him, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He told you that if you took a ride with him, that he would give you around $35,000, right?
I don't remember.
He didn't initially tell you what the job was, right?
Nope.
He rented the car and he picked you up, right?
Yes, sir.
At some point during the trip, he told you that it was not going to be for a robbery, but for a murder, right?
Yes, sir.
He told you that they were going to kill someone because there was a lady who wanted custody of her kids back, right?
Yes, sir.
You didn't know anything about the person that you and Sigfredo were supposed to kill, right?
I didn't know none of these people.
The only thing you saw was a piece of paper that Sigfredo had with a photo and address on it, right?
Yes, sir.
And the photo looked like a headshot, right? Like from chest up.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Jin D. Oh, first of all, yeah, welcome in here, Jin D. You won one of the last wheels, and I wanted you to know that. So, Jin D, I'm gonna send you, I believe it was the goodies. So I just need you to email me at publiclybuzzed@gmail.com, and I can send you some cool stuff. Let me just make sure what it is for sure. I'm going down here. Here we go. Yeah, Jin D. I've got you scheduled for some stuff. So yeah, let me know where to send it to, please. Publiclybuzzed@gmail.com. And I don't know if you're on X or not, if you're not following me on there, but probably email's the easiest. Austin Raines coming through here this morning, making a return to the church in style, dropping off a $5 bill. Boom. In the plate. Love to see it. Rock me pastor like a wagon wheel. Hell yeah. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate that. And again, there is no limit to how many times you can get on the physical wheel here at Publicly Buzz, where we give away some cool stuff for the crowd that comes through here. When you're giving supers and donations through Cash Apps and becoming a member here, it's not for naught, okay? You get some really cool stuff if you can win the wheel. So hell yeah, we're getting a little bit closer. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate that.
Something you would get off the internet?
I doubt that, but wherever you got it from, you got it.
Your understanding was that Katie gave Sigfredo that piece of paper, right?
Maybe.
You and Sigfredo left for Tallahassee after midnight on June 4th, which was a Wednesday, right?
I don't remember.
Fair enough. I wouldn't remember either.
Come on, man. 9 years ago.
Well, the next day after you arrived, you got to Professor Markel's house early in the morning and waited for him to come out, right?
Yes, sir.
And you saw him leaving the house with 2 kids, and you followed him to the daycare, right?
This is the first drive?
First drive, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you lost him, right?
Yes, sir.
And Sigfredo wanted to go back to Professor Markel's house, right?
Yes, sir.
And you refused. You didn't want to go back.
I don't remember.
You told Sigfredo you didn't want to kill a man over 2 kids.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to do it in front of the kids.
So you headed back to Miami.
Yeah.
And that's when you suggested doing a robbery of the lady rather than killing the guy. Right?
Absolutely.
But Sigfredo said it had to be a murder and he didn't want to rob her, right?
Yeah.
And that was odd to you.
Yes, sir.
As you previously have said, you assumed there was, quote, more to it, but you never asked Sigfredo, right?
Never asked him.
When Katie learned that the murder didn't happen on the first trip, she was upset, right?
Probably.
Now let's fast forward to July 16 to 18. And I'm not good with dates either, okay? A month or so after the first trip, Sigfredo came to you and said that you had to go back to Tallahassee, right?
Yeah.
He told you that he needed you to go back because he needed the money, right?
Yes, sir.
You told Sigfredo that you didn't want to go.
Yes, sir.
So he lied to you and told you, we're not going to do a murder, we're just going to do a lookout. We're just going to watch the guy. That's what he told you at first, right?
Yeah.
The first time you went to Tallahassee, Sigfredo rented the car for you, right?
Yes, sir.
But the second time, Sigfredo told you that you had to rent the car under your name.
Yes, sir.
Did Sigfredo tell you why he wanted you to rent the car under your name?
I never asked him questions.
He actually gave you the cash to rent the car, right?
Yeah.
Did he tell you what color car to rent?
No.
Did he tell you what type of car to rent?
I don't remember.
The cash he gave you was in a crumpled bunch, right?
Shit, I don't remember at all.
But let me ask you this way. The cash he gave you to rent the car, it wasn't stapled.
Nah, I don't think so.
Lady Lullaby, welcome in here. Jay, welcome in here. Some awesome folks coming through here. Hit that like skizzy, haven't come through the door. Appreciate it.
Now, you rent the car and you head up to Tallahassee, right?
Yeah.
And you arrive at around 1
Jay, the craziest thing I saw was that stare down. We had to look it up because it was cut out of this, just because any like little, I think it was during a sidebar, and any of the sidebar stuff gets cut out by the trial channel here. But the chat told me to go look it up when Tato is just staring down Charlie. I thought the screen was froze. Like, it was just like, it was intense as fuck.
a.m. on Thursday, July 17th, right?
I don't remember the time, but
Early morning.
I don't remember.
Okay.
We got there.
Gotcha. You testified earlier that you didn't want to kill Markel during the first trip because he had his kids, right?
Yes, sir.
And you told Sigfredo that during the first trip.
Yeah,
You didn't want to do it in front of the kids.
I believe so.
And we already talked a couple times about seeing the woman on the street during the second trip, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, on July 18th, the day of the murder, you saw Professor Markel with his kids.
Yes, sir.
Again, you followed them to the daycare to make sure they were dropped off.
Yes, sir.
That was crazy.
And then you went to the gym,
Yes.
and then you followed him back to his house where he was murdered, right?
Yes, sir.
And Sigfredo was the shooter.
Yes, sir.
He wanted you to be the shooter, but you didn't want to do it.
Yes, sir.
You testified that when you and Sigfredo were on your way back to Miami, Sigfredo called Katie.
Yes, sir.
And are you aware that the state has call records which put that call at 12:30 p.m.?
I don't know the time.
Will you take my word that the call records for purposes of these questions show that that call happened at 12:30?
If you say so.
The call wasn't on speakerphone, right?
No.
And you were driving on the highway at the time, right?
Yes, sir.
With the window cracked open a bit.
I don't remember.
Fair enough. It's your testimony that you were able to hear some of the conversation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you think you heard Sigfredo tell Katie, it's done, right?
I heard.
You heard Sigfredo tell Katie, it's done.
Yes. You're sitting next to me.
And what's that?
You're sitting right next to me.
Understand. And you think you heard Katie respond, I know.
I think. I heard her.
Okay. When you were interviewed by law enforcement, in September of 2016, right?
Yes, sir.
That was 2 years after the murder.
Yes, sir.
We're now 8 years after the murder, right?
Yes.
Your memory might have been a little bit better then. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And during that interview, you told law enforcement that you didn't hear the I know comment. Do you recall that?
No.
Bo, just a crazy gin, $2. What is going on? Here we go. Let me get you on here, just a crazy gin. Get a little bit closer. I think we're 2 away, but let me do a count here, just real quick. See where we're at. See if we're getting close to a spin though. 10, 2 away, 2 away. Thank y'all. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything anywhere else. Oh, I got your email, Jen. Nice, sweet. Thank you very much for that. And yeah.
Nonetheless, in order for Katie to know, she would have had to be told by someone before 12:30 p.m., correct? after Sigfredo hung up with Katie,
Morning, Gambies. Welcome in, welcome in.
he told you that you would get your money tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were upset about that.
Yes.
You were upset because you didn't understand why the money wasn't already secured.
Absolutely.
Because when you do a murder for hire, you get paid up front.
Yes, sir.
You don't get paid over time.
Yep.
You don't get paid after the fact.
Yep.
The whole point of a murder for hire is you get paid, you do a killing, and then you separate.
Yes.
That's the reason for that type of crime, right?
I guess.
And in fact, you told Sigfredo that since the job was finished, you were supposed to be paid right there and then.
Yes,
Isn't that
sir.
what you told him?
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk a little bit about the payment. You got paid the next day, right?
Yep.
And Katie dropped off the money, right?
Yes, sir.
And it was stapled.
Yes, sir.
And that's the first time you had ever seen stapled money, right?
Yes.
You had never, on any of these other trips, you had never seen stapled money.
What other trips?
Well, the first trip to Tallahassee, the second trip to Tallahassee,
Yeah.
ever in your life.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen staple money.
And when you got paid,
I've never seen
Sigfredo
stapled
gave you
money,
an
I
extra
don't think.
$2,000, right?
Yes, sir.
Throughout the years after, Katie and Sigfredo got back together, right?
Yeah, I was in prison already.
But you saw that they had moved to a new apartment,
Yeah.
that they had bought a new large TV.
TV.
They bought a nice TV, right, after the
No, I
murder?
was in prison.
What about before you?
Oh, nice. Coming through the Venmo machine over here on the side. Kathy. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. And she likes to send through the nicest number, the sweetest number. 420 and says, thanks for streaming. Thank you, Kathy, for always coming through and being amazing. I appreciate the hell out of that. You know that. Thank you.
You went to
Hope you're
prison.
having a great
Did you see they bought a
weekend.
new large TV?
Man, they had nice stuff.
They started to get some nice stuff, right?
Yeah.
Started to spend some money, right?
One
Yeah.
name away from a spin.
One last area of questions, I believe, and it'll be quick. In 2014 and 2015, during the time of these events, you were a member of the Latin Kings, right?
Yep.
And that's
And you guys rode around town on carpets, correct?
a crime family, right?
It's a family, yep.
Commits crimes, right?
I mean, every gang does.
It's a gang.
I guess that's what you want to call it. I call it a family.
In fact, you were the head of the North Miami branch of the Latin Kings, right?
Yep.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Pretty direct, examination.
Mr. Rivera, the defense characterized a lot of things that Garcia told you as lies. Do you know that those things were lies?
No.
So when he said, "Oh, that's the lady, she's looking at us," do you know if he really thought it was the lady or not?
No, it was the lady.
He thought it was the lady,
It
right?
was the lady.
Okay.
It was her.
All right. And how long after the murder did Garcia seem to have a lot of money? Like for years after the murder? For weeks after the murder?
Only weeks, months.
Okay, so weeks or months he was spending money like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But after that he was broke again.
Yeah.
Damn. Jay is going to take the last spot here with a $5 through the Cash App. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Jay. For Tato the Truth Teller. The last spot is gone. It's been taken. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how quick that happens. I'll get a wheel ready to rock. Thank you so much.
When
Oh shit! Damn. Okay, right behind that, and to start a new will. I love when that happens. Actually, it goes ahead. We get the new will. Go ahead and kicked off nicely. If I could get that out, Jason. Boom. J Money coming through. $3. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Now that's on the new will. That's on a brand new will ski. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jay.
we're in the car with
Double J's.
Garcia
Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Jesus Christ, it's all coming together.
at the restaurant where he was talking about running the dentist over.
Thanks, brother.
Was he? What was he acting like?
I mean, he's himself. You can never tell. But he drinks a lot. He does a lot of coke. But he was frustrated.
Okay, so he
Damn, Kathy ready to fix Tonto here, son.
was jealous,
Absolutely.
angry,
Yeah.
pissed off, drunk.
Every day.
Okay, and heartbroken, right?
Yes.
All right. What about on the trips to Tallahassee? Was he like that on those trips?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so during the trips to Tallahassee, was he talking about the dentist?
No, we barely spoke.
All right, so when y'all were sitting out in front of the restaurant, he was talking about the dentist, right? At that time.
Yeah.
And specifically mentioning how Katie was dating the dentist and that was upsetting him.
That's all he said. He didn't mention him too much. He's like, that's the dude she's cheating on me with.
All right. And what about on the trips to Tallahassee? Was he going on about that on the trips to Tallahassee? Did he mention on the trips to Tallahassee, like, this has something to do with the dentist, or we got to kill this guy because I'm trying to harm the dentist?
No. To harm him, he never said nothing about him.
My writing is extra bad today.
1 minute, please, Your Honor. Did this murder have anything to do with the Latin Kings?
No. Absolutely not.
Were you asked to threaten anybody related to this murder? I mean, were you ever asked to threaten the dentist because you're a
No.
Latin King and he might be afraid of you?
No. I don't even know these people, man. The Latin Kings ain't got nothing to do with this.
No further
Promise you that.
The witness be recalled by the party.
Potentially, Your Honor.
Mr. Rivera.
Boom, we got a wheel ready to go. That's what we got. We got a wheel ready to roll. Go full screen here. We got a wheel ready to go. I appreciate everybody coming through on this wheel. The wheel of gins and J's. This was particularly bad with my writing. Let me turn off my green screen because we're going to spin this thing right now. Right now. Let's give her a go. Good luck, everybody. I hate how loose my bottom is here. That's what she said. Tighten it up here a little bit. Here we go. All right. Just making sure it's going to spin for me. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Kathy coming through. I love that. Kathy gives about every single Sunday. And yeah, she's won before, but for what she's doing out here, that's really cool to see. Right next to Jay there too. It's close to Jay, but Kathy coming in with the win. Kathy and Pumpkin always watching us here on Murder Church. And I love it. Thank you very much. You guys are going to get some goodies. I'm just putting your name in here real quick so I don't forget it. Boom, 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 boom. I just got to get some envelopes right now, and I'll be ready to start sending out a bunch more stuff. I know there's a few shirts in here. And again, today, 4:45 p.m. Eastern, I got a brand new wrestling video dropping, and I'll be plugging the shit out of it. You know, I'll be trying to get some help from the Buzz Nation to get that going. I swear to God, the last video popped off because you guys came through so hard with the comments, the likes, and watching it all the way through. That video is now at 52,000 views and is awesome. I got like 600 new subs. I'm only 800 subs away from 10,000 on that channel on YouTube, so I really appreciate all the help on there, but I'll be doing the same thing this time, giving away another t-shirt. So if you guys come through on that video, and again, keep an eye on X, keep an eye on the membership tab on YouTube here. I'm going to be hollering for you guys' support to come through on that video again and help me out. Also, tonight at 6 Eastern, I'm going to be going live with, again, another, I think it's week 19 of classic Memphis from 1989 wrestling that we watch every single week, and starting to grow a little bit of a community over there. It's kind of cool. It's interesting to watch. And yeah, but let's keep going here. So here's the thing. Katie McDonough is coming up right now. Her video is 1 hour and 52 minutes, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of, but I'm going to try to do an hour of here to get us into a nice episode of A Sunday Morning Murder Church, and then we'll do the following 52 minutes on Tuesday night before the book club. But everyone, thank you all so much for coming through here tonight. Congratulations again, Katie, and let's keep going. I think the sound is weird on the video. Hell yeah, that's right. Also, those hypes that you get out here, save those hypes for my videos, if you don't mind. And I'm going to start dropping more videos here on Publicly Buzzed as well, especially from those reactions that I'm doing Thursday nights. Trying to get it cranking out a little bit. Doing a lot of extra work back here. Thanks, everyone. I love you guys, seriously. Making a thing happen. That's right. One more hour.
The witness may be seated.
Oh shit, we
Please
gotta change
raise
the name.
your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, please say your name and spell your name.
Catherine Magbanua, Katherine Magbanua.
I see that you're in jail clothes. Are you currently in custody?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you in custody for?
The murder?
Are you doing a sentence for murder?
Yes, ma'am.
You were convicted of murder?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that the murder of Dan Markell?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a trial in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you testify?
Yes, ma'am.
You testified on your own behalf.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And when you testified, were you truthful with the jury?
No, ma'am. I was not.
Did you take the same oath that you just took today in your own trial?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your defense when you were tried?
That I had nothing to do with it.
All right. That we got it right in reference to Charlie Adelson, and we got it right in reference to the killers,
Yes,
but you
ma'am.
weren't in the middle.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that true?
No, ma'am. It was not.
Were you in the middle?
Yes, ma'am. I was.
And didn't you also testify in the trial in which...
That was one of the craziest things. Brooklyn saying she had a deal to snitch on Charlie and get time served, but rejected it. If anybody could regret anything more than Sarah Boone, who was also an absolute fucking idiot, but Jesus.
Sigfredo Garcia was convicted of murder.
Yes, ma'am. I was.
And what was his defense?
That he had nothing to do with it.
That we got it right in reference to Charlie Adelson, and we got it right in reference to the killers, but he had nothing to do with it,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Ms. Calvin, make sure you have any questions.
And was that defense
snip over.
truthful?
No, ma'am. It was not.
So Sigfredo Garcia was involved.
Yes, ma'am. He was.
So why tell the truth now?
I believe that the truth needed to come out now so that the family can get some type of closure.
Why didn't the truth need to come out last year or the year before or the year before that?
I was trying to defend myself.
You were trying to get off.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you think you'd be successful in your trial with that defense?
I thought so.
Has anyone promised you anything for your testimony here today?
No, ma'am.
Weren't you originally offered immunity for cooperation in this case?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
But you didn't take us up on that
No, ma'am, I didn't.
because you thought you could get off completely.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
And now you're doing a life sentence.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Did Charlie Adelson threaten to harm you if you told the truth?
No, ma'am, he didn't threaten me.
Did anybody threaten you to keep your silence?
No, ma'am.
Did anybody promise you anything if you remained silent all these years?
I wasn't promised anything, but I wasn't promised anything.
Go ahead, finish your thought. You weren't promised anything, but what?
I thought everything was going to be okay.
You thought you'd be acquitted.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so did you know Dan Markel?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you have any personal beef with him?
No, ma'am, I did not.
What was your motivation for becoming a part of this murder plot?
Financially.
So not as a favor to Charlie Adelson?
All right, I'm going to use the bathroom. We'll be right back.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading the objection.
I'll rephrase it, Your Honor. Was it a favor to Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Okay, but your primary motivation was not favor to Charlie Adelson?
Well, yes, ma'am, it was. And financially.
All right, because you were going to get paid for your
Yes.
part?
Yes,
How much
ma'am.
did you get paid?
I don't know the exact amount.
What was your relationship to Charlie Adelson?
He was my ex-boyfriend.
When did you meet him?
I believe that was in 2013.
Do you know what month?
Has to be around September.
Can you point him out and describe what he's wearing?
He's sitting over there with a blue jacket and a blue tie.
Let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
The record will reflect.
Show you what are marked as states 48. Recognize this exhibit?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
How do you recognize it?
That's when we went to Key West.
Is that a fair and accurate photo of you and Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Is that when the two of you were taken when the two of you were dating?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time I ask to move into evidence states 48.
Objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
48 is noted.
Do we have that for publication? So, was this photo taken before or after the murder?
Before.
Who came up with the idea to kill Dan Markel?
Charlie.
So, Sigfredo Garcia didn't come up with the idea?
No, ma'am, he did not.
Luis Rivera didn't come up with the idea?
No, ma'am, he did not.
When did the defendant first bring this idea up to you?
My first recollection was around Halloween of 2013.
Around Halloween or on the actual?
On Halloween, yes, ma'am.
All right. What's your recollection of how that came up?
We were at a Halloween party in Lincoln Road, and right before we were about to go, he got in the car with me and he asked me a question.
What was the question?
Do you know anybody that can harm someone?
And did you know anybody that could harm someone?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Who was that?
Sigfredo.
And at the time, what was your relationship with Sigfredo?
It wasn't the best.
But he was the father of your children, right?
Yes, ma'am, he is.
So were you dating both men at this time, or were you only dating
No,
Charlie?
I was only dating Charlie.
Bullshit.
And so he meaning the defendant, initially said, do you know anyone that could harm someone? Was he aware of your connection to Sigfredo Garcia when he made that statement?
Not that I know of. No, ma'am.
Did you suggest Sigfredo Garcia at that time to the defendant?
No, ma'am.
What did you say?
I just said yes and kind of left it alone.
All right. Did it go any further than that at that time?
Not that night. I don't
Did
believe
you
so.
know who he wanted harmed
Did
at that time?
no, ma'am.
All right. Had you become aware during the course of your relationship with him that he had some kind of issue going on with his sister's ex-husband?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
What did you learn about that?
He was just stating that his family wasn't, his mom and dad was stressed, and that his sister was having problems with her husband and custody of her 2 children.
And when did you learn that the person that the defendant wanted harmed was this ex-husband of the sister?
I believe later on.
All right. And when did you learn the name Dan Markel?
It wasn't until, I don't know if it was on my trial or when Sigfredo got arrested.
Okay, so even when he was killed, you didn't know the name of the person that was being killed?
Yes, I never knew his name.
How did the defendant refer to this person, if not by the name Dan or Danny Markel?
Wendy's husband.
So you knew that the person that was going to be initially harmed was Wendy's husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you knew that there were issues, or what did you know about the beef with him?
He was just, he painted this picture that this was a terrible man and making his family go through a lot custody-wise with his sister.
Right, and when he would say these things to you, is it in the context of his mom specifically or his family in general?
I believe it was more towards his mom.
Meaning what?
That his mom hasn't been sleeping, his mom is not eating. I know his dad wasn't the best health either, but he would refer to his mom a lot.
All right. And the reason she wasn't sleeping or eating, did that have to do with this ex-husband of Wendy?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever tell the defendant who it was that was going to be doing the job?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Why didn't you say the name Sigfredo to Charlie Adelson?
I always referred to each other as my friend. Neither one of them wanted to really hear each other's names.
And why is that?
Because Sigfredo was the father of my kids, and I was dating him at that time. I was dating Charlie at that time.
Okay, so Sigfredo Garcia, did he have strong feelings about the defendant?
Yes, he didn't like him.
All right, and is that because you were dating him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And vice versa, you're not going to talk about the child's father with the new boyfriend either?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is it true then that you were sort of walling these two off from each other before the issue of the murder and the conspiracy ever even arose?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that pattern continue throughout the murder conspiracy?
Yes, ma'am, it did.
Do you think Charlie Adelson knew that it was your child's father that you were going to?
He might have had an idea, but he just never said it out loud.
There's one phone call between, I think it's from Sigfredo Garcia to Harvey Adelson, the father of the defendant. Do you know anything about that phone call? That was on July 1st of 2014.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you know about that phone call?
From the trial, what I remember was that Sigfredo had contacted or was trying to contact Charlie, but we were in a heated argument at that time. We were kind of in the middle of the street, and I guess it's the first thing he looked up was his work number.
All right, so you say you're in a heated argument. Is this the confrontation that occurred where you and the defendant were going jet skiing?
I believe that was after.
It was after that incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how many interactions personally, face-to-face, did, to your knowledge, Charlie Adelson have with Sigfredo Garcia?
That was probably the only one that I remember, was that jet ski accident.
Accident?
Or like the confrontation.
All right, tell us what happened at that confrontation.
Sigfredo had just picked up the kids, and he was eating at a corner pizza place with the kids, and he saw that Charlie was coming by to go pick me up, and I guess saw the jet skis in the back of the car. So he loaded up the kids and cut us off, was screaming a couple things out loud, but we didn't really hear anything because our windows was up.
All right. Did you say he cut you off? Do you mean in traffic?
In the back street of where I lived at that time.
All right. And when you say he cut you off, did he run you off the road or something else?
He kind of just went right and blocked the road in front of us. So Charlie had to kind of do a 3-point turn and go around the other way.
Did the two men actually get out into the street and confront each other?
No, ma'am, they did not.
Okay. Were any actual words exchanged through the windows?
Through the windows, yes, but I had my window up, so we didn't know what Sigfredo was saying.
All right. So Sigfredo shouted some things out the window. Did Mr. Adelson do the same?
No, he did not.
And what were the things that were shouted out the window? Were you able to hear them or not?
I didn't hear anything.
All right. And at this point, this is July 1st of 2014, the plot is already underway to do this murder, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Sigfredo Garcia know that he's doing the murder for Charlie Adelson?
To my knowledge, he might have had an inkling about it, but I don't know. That was never spoken of.
Okay, the killers, and when I say the killers, I'm referring to Garcia and Rivera, knew they were doing something for a lady to get her kids back. Do you know how they knew that information?
I hate the shirt.
I believe it's because of the envelope that Charlie gave me to pass over.
So you didn't relay that information to them that it had to do with a lady and her kids?
I might have mentioned it to Sigfredo, yes.
Okay. So if you mentioned that to Sigfredo, would you be, I guess, were you intentionally trying to characterize this job as being related to someone other than Charlie Adelson?
I believe so, yes.
Is that because Sigfredo Garcia would not have wanted to do anything to help out Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, do you think Sigfredo knew that this lady with the kids was somehow connected to Charlie Adelson?
I believe so.
All right. And there was going to be a lot of money paid for this job, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know anybody else with that kind of money or that might have had that kind of money to get this job for them?
No, ma'am, I did not.
All right, you mentioned the paper. Luis Rivera said there was a paper that Sigfredo had when they came to do the murder. Do you know anything about that paper?
No, ma'am, I don't.
All right. Did you provide a paper to Sigfredo Garcia?
Yes, I did.
All right, and when you say you don't know anything about it, but you gave it to him, you obviously know something about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell us I know what you're trying to say is you don't know what was on the paper.
The content of it, yes.
Tell us how you got the paper.
One moment. Mr. Rockford. Ms. Kappelman, please use opening it.
Tell us how you came into possession of this paper that the killers had.
Okay. One day, just a random night that I was over at Charlie's house, he had a manila envelope that was sealed. He told me, Katie, do not open it. Do not touch it. Do not look inside it. I didn't print this paper out from my office, printed it probably from another office, and basically give that paper to the other person.
All right, and who is saying this?
This was Charlie.
All right, this defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
So he says to you, I have this paper. How does he give it to you?
I had a diaper bag, so he showed me the envelope, and I was like, just put it in there.
Did he express any concerns about fingerprints being on the envelope or the contents?
Yes, ma'am. He said he wore a glove so that there's no fingerprints on it. He was very specific about me not opening it and not looking inside it. And he also told me that he didn't print it from his office.
All right, and what about licking the envelope?
And that he didn't lick the envelope.
He said he did not lick the envelope?
He did not lick the envelope.
And what was the purpose of that?
That's his DNA.
Okay. So did you touch the envelope?
It was in my diaper bag, but I don't remember if I never opened it, but I might have touched it just to stick it inside in my diaper bag.
And did you deliver the envelope to Sigfredo Garcia?
I must have contacted Sigfredo and just told them, hey, come by the house. And then, he was kind of in and out of my life. So he popped up. He literally got the envelope. I was like, you have something inside that bag. And then he grabbed it, stuffed it in his pants, and left.
Okay. In regards to the June trip that the killers made, did you provide Garcia or Rivera with any money for expenses associated with that trip?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And where did you get the money from to do that?
From Charlie Adelson.
Can you tell us about that? What was the context of you getting that money?
Sigfredo would just ask me, hey, I'm going to need some money. I need to go out of town. And I'm like, okay. So then I'd go to Charlie, or I'd be at Charlie's house, and I'll tell him I need some money for the expenses.
And he gave you some money?
Yes, ma'am.
About how much money, if you know?
I can't recall, but it was a couple $100s.
Definitely sleeping with Charlie to get said funds for her other man, right?
So this thing started back in October of 13 and doesn't get done until July of 14. Can you describe whether there's any pressure as time is going on and this thing is not getting done?
Trying to remember, in the beginning of the year, I don't think there was really much. I mean, he's been planting this seed in my head that this needed to get done. And I guess towards probably around June, July is when he was a little bit more adamant about this job getting done.
Okay. And when you say he, you're talking about who?
Charlie.
Did you ever have any contact with any other Adelson about this job?
No, ma'am.
In the context of this needs to get done, this pressure getting put on you, is there ever a mention of the mom, Donna, or the divorce situation in the context of getting it done?
At that time, not that I could recall.
Will you publish 35, please? Is this you on the left side of the screen?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Right. And where was this picture taken?
This was in South Beach. I believe the building that they were living at where Charlie's parents were living at.
Is that the Icon?
I don't think that was the Icon. It was somewhere in First and Ocean.
Okay, so a different residence.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And this photo, was this the first time you'd ever met Wendy, or had you already known Wendy before this photo?
I met her one time prior to this because I believe this was in Father's Day. So I met her around spring break when I had dinner with her and Jeffrey.
Okay. So the Yardbird restaurant?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this was the second time you'd met her?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a relationship with her outside of her being Charlie's sister?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you communicate with her by phone or through any apps or anything like that?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you receive any communication from her specifically about the homicide?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did Wendy ever give you any money or other gifts?
No, ma'am, she did not.
Did anybody pay you for your part in the murder other than Charlie Adelson?
No, ma'am, they did not.
All right. And the payments from Charlie Adelson, did those include the checks that were signed by his mother from
Yes,
the Adelson
ma'am.
Institute?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Did you perform any job at the Adelson Institute?
No, ma'am, I did not.
You didn't go up there and clean on the weekends?
No, ma'am, I did not.
On the night of the murder, did you go to the defendant's house?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And where was that house, or what house was that?
That was in Whale Harbor in Fort Lauderdale.
All right. And did you get payment for the murder that night?
What's up, Jerry? Welcome in here.
I believe it was the following morning.
Were you in a panic when you arrived at his house?
Was I in a panic?
In a panic.
I wasn't in a panic, but Charlie was.
Okay, explain that. How was he acting?
When I opened the door, he was kind of frantic, and he had a gun in his hand, and he was just all over the place.
Was that normal behavior for him?
He's like, I need Wendy's right fucking now.
Not having a gun in his hand, no, ma'am.
All right. Did you know him to have a gun prior to that?
Yes, ma'am. He has a gun safe.
All right, but he just didn't usually carry around in his hand?
Yeah, he's never had it in his hand.
Charlie, phone off, please.
What was he saying to you when he was in this frantic state?
I can't really recall because he had given me some Xanax, so it was a little blurry that night, and I just fell asleep. I think we both fell asleep. So,
all right. Can you tell the jury whether the excitement that he was showing had to do with the murder or something else?
Yes, ma'am. It had to do with that.
Okay. Was anybody else there at his residence when you arrived?
At that day, no, ma'am.
Okay. Did you ever see his parents at the residence?
No, I didn't see his parents.
How was the money packaged when you got it? I think you said you got it the next morning.
Drop my water.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How was it packaged?
It was in a plastic. The money was in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag, that was inside a brown bag, and then like a grocery bag over it.
And was the money stapled?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Can you explain how it was stapled? Like what size bills and what increments were stapled together?
I believe it was stapled in, I never counted it, but it was like in a stack and it was stapled in the corner.
All right. Were they $100 bills or something else?
There were $100 bills and there was some 20s and 50s.
Okay. And was the money damp?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Explain what you mean to the jury.
A couple days after that, I went and I opened the bag and I called Sigfredo and I told him, I was like, there's mold on this money. And he's like, well, blow dry it. And I was like, but why would there be mold on the money? And he's just, I don't know, just blow dry it. So I believe his parents or his mom might have washed the money.
You mean like physically wash the money?
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you think his mom did it?
Because he was always adamant about telling me he didn't have any money in his house. And he told me that his parents had just stopped by right before I got there. Okay. So all of a sudden he had money to put in the trunk of my car the following morning.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I'm sorry.
Was the money already sorted out and packaged when you first saw it, or was he doing that?
No, it was already stacked and sorted out.
Okay. And did he have to, so he didn't have to go anywhere to get the money. He already had it when you arrived.
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any argument that night about the money or the next morning?
With me and Charlie?
Yes.
No.
I guess you did stay there that night? You may have already said that.
Yes, I fell asleep.
Was there any argument with
Morning, Marissa.
With the defendant at all about anything that night?
No, ma'am. Not that I can recall.
Did you threaten him in any way?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Judge, may we do a sign off?
All right.
So there we
With
go.
your
There we go.
examination.
Wild side. That's what I would figure would happen. She had both boobs done, but only had one paid for by Charlie. I don't even know if they would. I mean, maybe they would only do one, but that would be crazy. I don't think she's that stupid, right? To only have one done and then we'll do this later. I mean, that's that's a entire surgery.
Did you, the night that you went to get the money, did you threaten Charlie Adelson in any way?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you try to extort money out of him?
No, ma'am, I did not.
The money that he gave you, is that something that had already been discussed or agreed upon in reference to this homicide?
Well, I believe yes, because there was going to be payment for this.
You weren't, well, were you sent with a message from Sigfredo to tell him he better give it up or else?
No, ma'am.
Did you relay to the defendant that his family was in danger if he didn't give you whatever it was you were asking for?
No, ma'am.
How did Sigfredo Garcia and Luis Rivera get paid for their part in this murder?
That morning, when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. So I drove back down, and I was trying to look for Sigfredo and having a hard time that morning. And then eventually I made it to the alleyway of where Luis's building was.
Was that on
North Miami,
yes,
in like 135th.
where he lived with Jessica?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was just waiting in the car, and all of a sudden Sigfredo just like popped up and got inside the passenger seat.
All right, so they got their money from you.
Yes, ma'am. Sigfredo did.
And Rivera got paid as well, didn't he?
I believe so, yes.
All right, I want to draw your attention to what we're calling the bump. You know what we're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
The bump.
After the bump and the subsequent conversations were occurring, did you have any contact with any other Adelson about the bump other than Charlie Adelson?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't talk to Wendy about it?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Didn't talk to Harvey or Donna about it?
No, ma'am, I did not.
On the Dolce Vita meeting, do you recall what meeting I'm referencing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, was that a restaurant that you met Charlie at after the bump?
Yes, ma'am.
My mouse
Okay.
battery's
In that
dying.
meeting,
Oh,
the
God.
jury hasn't heard this yet, but he's saying one of two scenarios. This is one of two scenarios. Do you
Yes,
remember
ma'am.
that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What were the one of two scenarios? What were the two scenarios?
What he was speaking of was probably the FBI or Tato blackmailing
And by Taco,
family.
you mean Rivera.
Luis Rivera. Yes, ma'am.
Were you concerned about that as well?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
And what did you do to try to figure out who it was that had approached Donna Adelson?
I asked Sigfredo.
So he was supposed to be looking into it.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you there whenever he did whatever he did to try to find out who it was?
Was I where?
Were you present when Sigfredo, I guess, went out and talked to people about whether...
No, ma'am, I was not.
Because at that time, was Rivera in custody?
Yes, ma'am. He was already doing his federal sentence, I believe.
So was the concern that maybe some of his associates might have done this?
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe he had run his mouth about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you reviewed what I had marked for you as State's Exhibit 111, the Dolce Vita recording with the transcript attached?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And does the transcript in that exhibit accurately reflect the words that were said at that meeting between yourself and the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
When the defendant described the bump to you, strike. When you were speaking with Charlie Adelson and also Sigfredo Garcia about this bump, did you speak in code?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And what was the purpose of speaking in code?
Kind of just piggybacked with what Charlie was speaking to me in code, so I kind of was like, okay, if he's talking in codes, kind of speaking codes as well.
Was the concern that the calls could be being recorded?
My concern was more that I was at work, so I really didn't want to say any phone numbers out loud or speak of what was going on.
I'm going to approach and show you what I've marked as State's Demonstrative A. Have you seen this before? I don't know if you have.
No, ma'am, I have not.
Let's try to speed it up a little bit and see what it sounds like.
Words with the actual meaning next to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you take a moment
That's
to
1.25.
just, and the ones in red are the ones used by you. The ones in yellow are used by Charlie Adelson.
Okay.
Will you review this exhibit and just tell me
Ain't
if
too
it's
bad.
accurate as far as what the code means?
Extra fast blinking by Charlie Adelson at 1.25.
Yes, ma'am. It's accurate.
Judge, at this
About
time I'd ask to make use of
1.25.
state's demonstrative A.
Or a 5.0, 1.5.
Accurate.
God, the rapid blinking. If anyone hates 1.5, let me know.
Sorry, Judge, we have an agreement with a couple redactions.
You can go ahead and make those notes.
Maybe I can borrow a Sharpie from the clerk?
Speeding it up a little bit as we get through this anyways, right?
Right, the first one you had is $65.70. And again, sure not going to call yet, but when you were talking to Mayor Garcia about $65.70, were you referring to the undercover phone number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And then when you're talking to Charlie about an agent, were you talking about, it seems like you're talking about real estate agent, but are you talking about the undercover agent that approached his mother?
Yes, ma'am. I was.
And the CD, was that reference to a recording that the Adelsons made of their contact with the undercover?
A recording of their contact with them?
Yes.
That they were being recorded?
No, that they called on your paper.
Yes, ma'am.
And recorded it.
Daria, welcome in here. Glad you popped in this morning. Hope you had a good weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever actually hear that recording?
No, ma'am. Not until my trial.
And then the client, there's a lot of discussion about this client or this tenant. You need to find out if this is going to be a good tenant or a bad tenant.
Yes, ma'am.
Was the tenant this person, if it really was a blackmailer, this thug that's somehow affiliated with the
Morning, Brooklyn.
girl?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the false lead or the phishing, what does that mean? There's a lot of discussion about, I hope it's just somebody phishing. You remember that?
From the phone calls?
Yes, this is all from the phone call.
Yes, ma'am.
It was one of the two scenarios that it could be law enforcement.
Yes, ma'am. But this was Charlie basically saying this the whole time. He's the one who's coming up with all the scenarios.
Okay, but when he's talking about the scenarios, he's talking about phishing.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
doesn't say law enforcement phishing.
No, ma'am.
He says it could be, a tenant or a patient or something like that.
Anything but what?
Judge, I'm just going to check the reading.
Rephrase your question.
Ms. Kappelman, sustained.
About the listing or the properties, what did that refer to?
About the paperwork. It's pretty
Like,
accurate.
looking into a listing.
Yes, a listing, because I worked in a real estate agency at that time. So he was just telling me, look into the listing, oh, this will be a good investment. So it was really Charlie saying all these words.
What did the good and what might be good investment have been?
If he had a good lead.
If it was a blackmailer,
Yes.
it could pay off.
Yes,
Objection,
ma'am.
Your Honor, leading.
Oh, dude.
Yes, ma'am.
The one thing about Rash Bomb, though, he just gets, every time he has an objection, he's just happy as fuck because he thinks he's got it. Stands up, crosses arms. Your Honor, objection. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll sit back down.
Yes.
Jesus.
All right, we talked about the two scenarios. The paperwork, what was that?
That was the paper that was
That's
handed
the
to his
truth.
mom by the undercover.
In the
11 of
Dolce restaurant meeting, you see Charlie Adelson pull out a piece of paper. Was that the actual piece of paper that was handed to his mother?
I believe so. I just never saw it. He never showed it to me.
Okay. Did he give you a phone number off of that piece of
He
paper?
did. That was that phone number that we just can't seem to get right. The 6570.
at any time after, I know we talked about the night of the money, that you got the money, but at any time after that, did you ever blackmail Charlie Adelson?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you ever threaten him in any way?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you relay any threats on behalf of Sigfredo Garcia?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did anyone ever make you extort any money or other favors out of Charlie Adelson?
No, ma'am.
Before the murder, had you bragged to Garcia and or Rivera about my new rich boyfriend?
I didn't even know he had money like that.
Well, I mean,
he had a good job and, he had a nice house, but I wasn't aware of how, how much money he has.
Okay. But he definitely had more than Sigfredo Garcia.
Oh, yes, ma'am, he did.
Okay. And did you brag to Garcia like, oh, I got a new, better guy?
I'm pretty sure he saw that I was happy and I was, going out to dinners and hanging out with him, so.
Okay. But did you tell them specifically he's got a lot of money?
No, I did not.
Did you tell them specifically he's got this issue with his sister's ex-husband?
I believe I mentioned it. Yes, okay. I did.
And when you talked to them about he's got this issue with the sister's ex-husband, was that in the context of hiring them to do the murder? Or just in
general.
Okay, so they were aware that he had this issue.
Well, Sigfredo was, yes.
Okay. Did you ever talk to Rivera about it?
No, I did not.
Okay. And when you talked to Sigfredo about it, did he ever say, well, I think I'll just drive to Tallahassee and kill the guy, or anything like that?
No, ma'am, he did not.
Is that something he would have mentioned to you if that was his idea?
Sigfredo doesn't say a lot of things to me, and he likes to keep a lot of things away from me. So he would have never asked me that or told me that.
Okay. But in this case, I guess, okay, so is it possible that Sigfredo and Rivera came to Tallahassee and did this killing without any communication from you or Charlie Adelson, just on their own?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
and then
that would
extorted Charlie Adelson through you to get money because they had killed the guy?
No, that'd be impossible. How would they have any information?
Well, they could have seen it on the internet.
No. I don't think so.
When you were talking about Wendy's husband and the problems with him to Sigfredo Garcia, I know you've already said this, but I just want to be crystal clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say the name Dan Markel?
No, ma'am. I never knew Dan Markel's name.
How was the name Dan Markel, the location and name of the target for this killing, provided to the killers?
I believe it was all the information that was given to Sigfredo, which I got from Charlie, was all in that paper.
Paper provided by this defendant?
Yes, ma'am. Inside the envelope.
May I have a moment to confer?
Go ahead.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
Thank you. Now, you were arrested and charged with the murder of Professor Markel on October 1, 2016, correct?
Yes, sir.
Almost immediately, the state talked to your lawyers and offered you full immunity, a get out of jail free card, right?
I don't know if that was immediately.
Pretty soon after you got arrested, you were offered to cooperate against Charlie Adelson and the other Adelsons, and you would get to go home to your kids, right?
Yes, sir.
And your lawyers told you about that offer.
Yes, sir, they did.
You also saw an interview on TV while you were in jail in which one of the prosecutors mentioned this immunity offer, right?
Yes, sir.
You have 2 kids who are your world, right?
Yes, sir.
If you took the state's deal, then you would have been let out of jail immediately, right? That's what your lawyers told you.
If I took their deal? Yes, sir.
But you didn't take the offer.
No, I didn't.
Instead, you stayed in jail for 3 years before your first trial, right?
Yes, sir.
You stayed in jail through COVID after your first trial hung.
Yes, sir.
You still didn't cooperate. The deal was still open, right?
Well, the deal was to give up Charlie.
And you couldn't do that.
Because in order to give up Charlie, I had to give up Sigfredo, the father of my children, so I couldn't do that.
So while you're in jail, sitting in jail, during COVID, that you knew there was still a deal possibility open for you, right? You could still take a deal. Your lawyer.
I guess from what she just said there, I mean, it makes sense to why she didn't take the plea, because if she gave up the father of her baby, Sigfredo, he'd probably have her killed, honestly. So she'd probably rather be alive in prison and have affiliation with the Latin kings than to have, fucked over a Latin king and then,
do that.
be free.
Before COVID, after my mistrial?
Yes.
I believe so.
And you still didn't take the deal, right?
No.
Charlie Adelson didn't force you to take the deal, not take the deal, right?
No, I had no communication with Charlie.
He didn't pay for your attorneys.
He didn't pay for my attorneys, but there was word that my brother declined him paying for my attorneys.
Ma'am,
It had anything to do with him.
I know you have an agenda here, but just answer my questions.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Did Charlie Adelson pay for your attorneys?
No, sir, he did not.
Did anyone in the Adelson family pay for your attorneys?
No, sir.
Did anyone in the Adelson family pay any money to your kids?
No, sir.
You had nothing to do with Charlie Adelson, right? After the bump.
No, sir, I did not.
Now, the real reason you didn't cooperate, and you made it clear, is because Charlie Adelson had absolutely nothing to do with the murder of Professor Markel. Isn't that the case?
I didn't cooperate because in order to give up Charlie, I'd have to give up Sigfredo.
Well, let's talk about the testimony in your first trial. And don't worry, we're going to get to your proffers as well.
Okay.
But let's talk about the testimony in your first trial. You were asked, did you get the father of your children, Mr. Garcia, to commit a murder on behalf of Mr. Charlie Adelson? Answer, no, ma'am. Do you recall saying that?
Yes, sir.
You were asked, do you have information that Charlie Adelson was involved in this? Answer, do I have information? I don't have personal information. Do you recall that?
No, sir, I do not.
You don't recall saying that in your first trial?
No, sir, I do not.
Would you like to see a transcript of
Yes,
it?
I will.
Get a little refresher.
I'll direct your attention to page 2800, lines 1 through 5.
Please read to yourself now.
Does that refresh your recollection that that's
Yes.
what you said?
Yes, sir, it does.
During your second trial, do you recall being asked, Charlie didn't ask you to do anything weird? Answer, no, ma'am. Like get someone to get a hitman to commit a murder of his ex-brother-in-law? No, ma'am. Do you recall those questions and that answer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Because you couldn't implicate Charlie, you went to trial, and the first trial hung. Isn't that the case?
Yes, sir.
A few weeks before your second trial, Charlie was arrested. Isn't that the case?
Yes, sir.
The state waited and waited and waited for you to cooperate, and then they arrested him on the eve of your trial when you made it clear you weren't going to cooperate, right?
Yes, sir.
So you went to trial the second time, and this time you were convicted.
Yes, sir.
And you were convicted of first-degree murder and other charges, right?
Yes, sir.
A few weeks after your conviction, you were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus another 30 years. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And you were transferred from the jail in Leon County to the state prison where you would spend the rest of your life, right?
Yes, sir.
Away from your family,
Yes, sir.
away from your children.
Yes, sir.
And you realize that there are only 2 ways to get out of that prison, right?
What are the 2 ways?
Well, one way
Escape.
was in a coffin, right?
Yes, sir.
And the other way was cooperating against Charlie Adelson, right?
No, sir. I wanted the truth to finally come out.
What are the only 2 ways that you can ever get out of prison, Miss Magdanowa?
My appeal?
Oh, well, we'll get to that too. You have appeal pending right now, right?
Yes, sir.
That claims that you're innocent.
Yes, sir.
But let's just make this clear to the jury. Miss Kappelman has called you as a witness against this man who's presumed innocent. You've just testified that you did a murder, and you have an appeal pending right now in this county claiming your innocence. Isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
And lo and behold, weeks after you were convicted and sentenced to life with no parole, you went in and met with the state, right?
Yes, sir.
And you met with them not once, but twice.
Yes, sir.
And you met with them for hours.
Yes, sir.
A combined total of around 6 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, we're going to get into that and all the lies that Ms. Kappelman didn't go through with you that you made during those interviews, but let's go back to the first trials first, okay? In each of those trials, you took the stand for your own defense, right?
Yes, sir.
And you took the same oath and looked at different jurors the same way that you look today, right?
Yes, sir.
And in your second trial, not only did you take an oath in this room, but isn't it true that you tried to get Sigfredo to lie for you?
No, sir, I did not.
Isn't it true that you were caught on a recording in the prison in which you were going to have Sigfredo Garcia come into your trial, your second trial, and say that he did the murder with Charlie Adelson all by himself?
No, sir.
You never were on a recording
Never
of that
said
fact.
that.
Your plan at your second trial wasn't to have Sigfredo Garcia testify on your behalf?
No, sir.
Are you aware that your lawyer opened up on that plan
No,
in her
sir.
opening?
No.
Well, did you sit through the trial?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you sit through the trial when she said to the jury, you're going to hear from Sigfredo Garcia, who's going to say that the murder was between him and Charlie Adelson, and that you're just a victim of having bad taste in men?
Hey, it's Brandy Churchwell back here, right? Am I crazy? And Surviving the Survivor. Well, Joel.
He refused to come and testify, right?
I don't know if he refused. He just never.
Need to get Brandy back on here.
Are you
so.
aware that you and your lawyer
Had a
subpoenaed him
had a lot of fun watching Scream with her that night on Feral Friday a couple months back. That was July.
down to Leon County to testify on your behalf?
He was subpoenaed, but he just never showed up.
And he didn't
Never
show
took
up?
the stand.
Right. He was subpoenaed by you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got on the phone with him, you were caught, because you're not supposed to talk to each other, right?
Yes, sir.
But you guys talk to each other because what you do is you call his mom, right?
Yes, sir.
And he calls his mom. Isn't that what you all do?
At that time, yes, sir.
Yeah, you call each other so that you can talk to each other through the mom. And during one of those calls, you asked him to come testify on your behalf. Isn't that what you did?
No, I did not ask him.
But we'll move on to some other lies.
We'll move on to some other lies. I don't hate Rashbaum. He's kind of funny sometimes. He's fiery. He's 1,000 times better than fucking Donna's attorney.
During your first trial, you were asked, you didn't ask Mr. Garcia to help this lady get her kids back in Tallahassee. Answer, no, ma'am. You didn't solicit him to commit a murder of Dan Markel. Answer, no, ma'am. Do you recall those questions and answers?
Yes, sir.
You were asked, well, back then, did you know someone by the name of Dan Markel? Answer, no, ma'am. In 2014, you learned that Wendy Adelson's divorce was already finalized, right? I learned that in court. I didn't know it before. Do you remember those
Yes.
those words? Those were lies, right?
Yes, I lied in my trials to save myself.
We'll keep going. You lied when you said that Charlie told you that Professor Markel had been in an accident, right?
I lied that. Say it again, sir.
Well, I'll ask you the questions. Do you remember having a conversation with Charlie Adelson about his brother-in-law being in an accident? Does that sound familiar to you? It sounds familiar, yeah. That was a lie, right?
No, that's what Charlie said.
He told you that he was in an accident? He didn't tell you that there was a murder?
No, he told me he was in an accident.
So you didn't know about the murder of Dan Markel on July 18th? Is that what you're telling this jury?
No, not at that time.
When did you find out about the murder of Dan Markel?
It was later on.
Oh, really? So the money that you brought to the guys that Miss Kappelman brought up on opening, the money you brought up to the guys on July 19th, it was because Dan Markel was in an accident?
I didn't know that that was Dan Markel. Like, I didn't know his name.
Oh.
But there was a murder that happened, yes.
At the March 11th dinner that you had with Mr. Lacoste at Yardbird, Dan Markel's name wasn't mentioned?
No, sir.
Would it surprise you that Mr. Lacoste has testified to the opposite of that?
No, I haven't seen his testimony.
At your first trial, you were asked, did Charlie mention anything to you about a murder out of Tallahassee? So now it's not Dan Markel. It's just a murder out of Tallahassee. And your answer was no, ma'am. Question, did he mention anything about his ex-brother-in-law being murdered? Answer, no, ma'am. Do you recall those questions?
Yes, sir.
And those were lies, right?
Yes, I told you I lied. I lied in my trials to save myself.
I understand. Please let me keep going through them. There's a lot of them, so take...
It's like, I've got a script that I'm working off of here. Don't ruin this for me, Katie. This is my big moment. Look it over the jury.
We'll take our time.
Yes, sir.
Now, you said you never saw any cash at Charlie's place. Do you recall that at trial?
He had cash, but I didn't know how much he had. I know he keeps cash in his safe.
But I thought you just testified moments ago that you never saw cash at his place. That he didn't keep cash at his place. That supposedly his parents had to bring the cash. Isn't that what you just told this jury about 18 minutes ago?
An abundance of cash.
Have you seen the safe?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen it open?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't he keep a lot of cash that he collects on the top of the safe?
I mean, I'm not like looking in it, but every single time we used to go out, he used to grab some money from the safe and then take it with him.
Repeatedly
I think
during
it's
both
literally
trials,
last
you
time
said
I
you
wore
worked
the
at the
shirt.
Adelson
This neck
Institute.
is
You
so
never
annoying.
worked at the Adelson Institute,
No,
right?
sir, I did not.
Now we're going to hear about a Lexus.
Yes, sir.
You said you paid for that Lexus. You never paid for that Lexus. Isn't that
I
the case?
paid Charlie cash for that Lexus.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I think the state might disagree with you. Has the state disagreed with you on that point?
About me paying him cash? Yes, because there was nothing that was coming out of my account, but I paid him cash. I had the cash on me.
During the trial, first trial, you were asked, do you know why it is that Charlie chose you out of all of his ex-girlfriends to call? I don't. I don't know why he called me. Do you recall those questions?
Yes, sir.
That was a lie, right?
I told you I lied in my first and second trial to save myself.
Well, let's get to the second trial. Just like you're lying here to save yourself, right?
I'm not saving myself. I'm telling the truth this time.
Right, because now, all of a sudden, after 8
Like, it
years,
really doesn't make sense for her to lie now.
you have developed a conscience. I think that's what you told the jury.
No, it's because the father of my children was on death penalty at that time on my first trial, so I couldn't give up. If it was just Charlie, like I said from the trial, go ahead and arrest him. Nobody ever did.
He didn't get the death penalty after the first trial, and he was convicted, right?
Yes, sir.
And by the time of his second trial, you had no reason to protect him anymore. He was done.
No, sir. He was under appeal.
Okay, just like you're under appeal now.
Yes, sir.
So what you said to this jury about 20 minutes ago is you said to this jury, I'm here today to tell the truth, and I want to get your exact words. Because I want to do the right thing.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it because you want to go home? And that's the only way that you could ever go home, is to help them. That's the only way you can go home, by not being dead.
I was not promised anything. I'm doing this solely on myself. Clearly, you don't even see my attorneys in this room.
Let's talk about the second trial. Again, you lied when you testified that you didn't know anything about or were involved in the murder of Professor Markell, right?
Yes, sir. I told you I lied in my first and second trial to save myself.
Ma'am, we've heard it. If you could just answer the questions. Did
Yes,
you
sir.
lie?
Yes, sir.
All right. We are going to finish the last 52 minutes of this Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, per the usual for a murder church. And then immediately after that, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be going to book club. And if you're not in the book club, you're missing out. We have a really good time. And we're getting ready to get to a point where we're going to get to pick a new book. So you're going to want to get in book club so you can start a brand new, fresh book with us from the beginning. And like I said, The Stranger Beside Me, all the past episodes are in there. I take detailed notes about said chapters. We do read 2 chapters a week. And we're getting ready to go into chapters 36 and 37. So I think there's only like 8 chapters left of this. So there's only a couple more weeks left of The Stranger Beside Me before we pick a new book. And I will be doing that probably maybe... I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet, but it's going to be with consensus from the chat, from the book club, from folks from the Buzz Nation, that just to see. So we'll be doing that later today, 4:45 p.m. Eastern on Wrestle Plunge. Let me get you the link. I got a brand new video dropping. Again, the Buzz Nation that came through 2 weeks ago helped me out tremendously. Got my last video up to 52,000 views and got the channel a shitload of new followers because that initial comment spree, watch, and like got that thing bumped into the algorithm, okay? So it was because of you guys. Now here is the link to Wrestle Plunge. Boom. Make sure you're following there anyways. And I get it. If you're more into true crime and you're not into wrestling, I get that. But I will say this. If you go to the video section, a lot of those stories are true crime related in a lot of ways. There's a lot of dark, seedy stuff. And I'm usually telling stories behind the scenes. So, but also 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, you'll be seeing me going live on that channel. Every Sunday night, I go live on Wrestle Plunge. And we have a really good time. And boom, right there. 6 Eastern. Every Sunday night, CWA, Memphis Wrestling. Come in, have a good time. We don't take ourselves too seriously over there, and I think that you might enjoy yourself. But yeah, I will be plugging this either way. Make sure that you check the membership tab on Wrestle or on Publicly Buzzed, and make sure you're following on X. If you're not, let me put a link in here for that as well, because that is where the majority of any kind of of any kind of real updates is coming through at. So, boom. J Money's going to be coming through there tonight. I appreciate that. Persephone coming through this morning. What's up? What's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. But yeah, everyone absolutely amazing. We had a wheel spin this morning. I appreciate the shit out of that. The support here at Publicly Buzzed is amazing, and I love you guys, honestly. So everybody have a great rest of your Sunday. Oh, I know Joe Schmo is going to be streaming today at 4, I believe. He's got another episode coming up. And make sure you're going to be getting with him too. But when this ends, I'm going to be sending you to my Wrestle Plunge live stream tonight at 6. When you get in there, if you could just kick that video off with a bunch of likes, I'd appreciate the hell out of it. But again, keep eyes on everything because I'm going to need some help with that new video, guys. And I'm going to be giving out a new t-shirt. Every comment I see on that new video will get you for free on a list for a shirt from publiclybuzz.com. And if you don't know, we got some new merch in there for Halloween right now. And we have a bunch of other cool merch in there that you probably would enjoy. So we're doing the damn thing. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Let's do it. Let's do it right. Boom. Let's get out of here.
Nothing to see here. Please.